dang it, I done forgot my lip gloss. Hello, 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 everyone. And thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, like, comment, share, subscribe, please, and thank you. Come on in, say hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to my platform. This is going to be a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless. So when you see them, is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. And thank you for being here. Hit that subscription button, please. If you wish to donate towards my channel, give me a like, comment, share, and a follow. That would be the biggest thing. As we go through the message, if anything strikes a chord, um, super chats, super stickers are welcome. Anything else, click the link in the bio. We are going to go ahead and get in our message. We're going to do the Al-Fatiha first, and that is the opener. So Bismillah. That is the Surah Al-Fatiha. Let me not shortcut anything or discount anything. All right. So Surah Al-Fatiha, and it starts off in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Something is happening with my computer right now, so give me a second. And we just gonna do what we do. All right. Everybody that's here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Give me some hearts in the chat, please, and thank you. I love y'all for even being here and participating with me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. All right, my computer is back up and running. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds. Um, all right, apparently we're gonna start this again. Mind you, it's funny because it got something to do with the message. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with, or those who are astray. All right, I mean, then we're gonna go to Psalms 91. Psalms 91 begins with, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. I mean, all right. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Cause again, like I said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. That's 7 hitting the camera, so y'all shaking a little bit, but stuff is shaking. We have a message for today. As soon as we get over there, because something again is happening with my computer. But again, if you're new to my platform, welcome, please, and thank you for being here. Give me a subscribe, like, comment, share. Thank you for being here. So let me tell you about my dream last night while we figuring whatever this is out. Last night or early morning, I had a dream, and in my dream, there was a bunch of stuff, like a lot of stuff, but it was in the middle of the ocean. And in the middle of the ocean, it was a bunch of stuff. And then there was something that looked like, I want to say a container, but it wasn't a container, but it was the equivalent of that one. Just think of massive container, giant container, right? Something that you could fit a body in, but a giant body, right? Um, and as this was going along, it kind of looked like or resembled this right here. Um, dun, 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 dun,
And they're huge. They're just huge. There's plenty of room.
no.
Oh my! Why is I can also
Okay,
confess.
let's go right here. It kind of resembled this situation right here. Why is there a lot of stuff missing off my thing? I actually saved y'all a lot of stuff, and so maybe it's just a little further down. It looked like a lot of people, a lot of trash. Something ain't right. I've been noticing some weird stuff happening with the phone. So the first thing that I noticed is there's a lot of old stuff that's replaying, or there's people that is digging up old stuff and they're replaying it like it's brand new, like today, when it happened a year ago, or 6 months ago. Now on my phone, because I refresh everything, so I literally start to delete stuff because again I control the algorithm, so I'm going to change it for what I don't like, what I don't want to see. So for some reason now no, I deleted these things. I intentionally deleted these things. But now they back on my screen. And I don't know why. Because I don't want it on my screen. So, and I seen a girl yesterday saying that, telling Apple, why are you turning down my screen when I turn it the way I want to? Why are you, doing like whoever's programming the system or in the system is like they're doing stuff. But mind you, I paid for this phone. It's my phone. So after I pay my money, I don't need you doing nothing else to the phone. And so right now, I know for a fact there was a bunch of stuff that I saved exactly for y'all. Um, that's not there. And that's weird. Anyway, the dream was in the ocean, a bunch of stuff. And this dream gave me the feeling like I was watching it like through the vision of, or it was something that was just being given. Okay, so that's how it felt. More or less, they ended up chaining up a giant or whatever this is, because that's what it looked like. And then they sank it to the bottom of the ocean. Wealthiest rising, Abby Grace, love you. Thank you for being here. So I don't know what that was, but what ended up happening is, um, as it looked like, because I think all the other stuff was a distraction that was around it. It was basically so you wouldn't see what they were actually doing. So I don't know if you've seen like a bunch of trash just floating out into the ocean before, and it's like a bunch of stuff, but then there's a whole big container in the middle of it. And I mean, one that was customized for whatever this thing was, right? And so in my dream, the foot was still sticking out. That's how I realized that it was, I love you more. That's how I realized that it was a giant or whatever. Like it was giant. I don't know if it was a giant or if it was just giant, but apparently they couldn't kill it. So that was their only option. Meanwhile, there's some stuff that's happening at the bottom of the ocean. Y'all, weirdest thing ever. Again, it was a dream. And so they told me to tell them that they're about to unleash it or unlock it. So whoever lives down there is about to set it free. And so I don't know why that was important, but that's the only part of this particular dream that I can remember. And so do with that information what you will. Meanwhile, the other thing is this. What I was actually saving for y'all and trying to show y'all is there's so many different things happening on my ears is wet. I just got out of the shower. There's so many different things that is happening on different levels. And that's what I was going to show y'all because wherever timeline you're on, we talked about the timelines before, and everything happening simultaneously, right? So on this timeline, it could be one thing happening where there's fires everywhere. And I don't mean in my dream, I mean in real life. There's been a lot of fires. That's what it's looking like. And although there's an excuse for every fire, I'm thinking in my mind, the insurance companies definitely got to be about to go crazy, because ain't no way you get ready to kick out this amount of money for all of these fires. Secondly, who gonna pay for that when how much money do the insurance companies got, for one? Because we talking about billions of dollars here right now. Like, and I'm telling y'all, but Google's free. So Google, you'll find out. These are big, huge warehouses that are being set on fire. So let me also tell y'all what the message is before we even get into the rest of all of this. So the message, the title, because y'all know the title's always right. And if you're new to my channel, I don't care what we talk about during this message, the title's always right. And I can stand on that because it's been proven as long as I've been sitting here. So you're in the reset. And most people don't make it out the same. Some people ain't gonna make it out, period. That could be any of us. Me, you, your mama, your daddy, anybody. Mind you, the next thing that I was gonna show y'all, because put the fires on y'all list, please and thank you. But medical malpractice happening, because another video that I mysteriously don't have is talking about, and I'm gonna say preference for entertainment purposes only. Mind you, lately I just been not wanting to say that, only because I want to see what actually triggers the system. Because the other day I gave y'all a whole lot of information. I ain't say not entertainment purposes, not one damn time. Didn't trigger the system for nothing. So honestly, sometimes like even sitting here, it make me not want to say it, because I want to see what they're not going to trigger and what they just going to let me be out this bitch saying. And so, there is that. Anyway, long story short, some people filmed some negligence at a facility where a lot of children are now, house in Virginia. Use the initials. Okay. Mind you, it's people out here just running around here all negligent. This person messing with this person doing this person doing that. Mind you, people pregnant, and more pregnant by the same damn nigga. That one says, y'all not using condoms. The biggest thing that this place and this society can do for y'all, and tell y'all, is this. And is this. Take away the information and allow you to just be at your own devices, because people act like they don't realize sex and intercourse and things bring other stuff. Like, everybody just looking at the fun side of it, but you forgetting the other stuff that goes along with it. And ain't none of y'all out here looking at statistics or nothing. Y'all just out here winging it, having a good time. And I love that for y'all. She said it kept going for hours. I noticed that. Listen, and you ain't heard me. And mind you, I was intentionally doing it, because the whole time I was sitting here, I kept thinking, how long before they start trying to do that thing they do? Because they'll put me on flag on a heartbeat. Mind you, the other day I said a bunch of shit and they ain't say nothing, which led me to know, you know. Anyway, have you ever done something and then you regretted it? Like not listening to your intuition, your first mind. And when your first mind told you, do this or do that, or don't do this or don't do that, and then later on, the very thing that you thought, you like, man, I fucking thought that and then I didn't do it. That moment. Okay? Just so y'all know, for everybody, that moment. So whatever it is that you thinking, trust yourself. Why? Because the negligence, right? Somebody filmed and watched a hospital take this needle, and poke it in this person. And then somebody, but these are children, just so y'all know. So now 300 and something children are positive. And then the place is saying they ain't got nothing to do with it. Meanwhile, this shit on film. Okay. Yup. Then you think I'm supposed to always go with my first mind. Yes. So this the moment. Because again, the title says you're in the reset and most people don't make it out. Shit's on fire. Just so y'all know. People out here, contracting things. Some of y'all from your own shit. Some from negligence. And they don't care. The next thing is this. For older people, i.e., the people who be in the then they all fall down like toy soldiers. At one point in time, that was my little cadence because I was messing with somebody that keep calling themselves a general, and I kept saying toy soldiers, right? Mind you, the toy soldiers is now the toy soldiers, the real ones that are i.e. military. And I told y'all, and I ain't gonna tell y'all again, and I ain't gonna keep repeating myself, but I am gonna repeat myself because I'm gonna go with my first mind. They trying to get rid of the toy soldiers because they trying to import some soldiers. Shit's on fire. People are being not as healthy as they can possibly be because y'all not being as healthy as y'all possibly can be. The others are gathering together because everybody can see, and when you put more people together, it's like my timeline is doing this thing, this thing. So one of the other videos that I had, and I damn sure now can't remember the shit. Oh, I sent it to the collective. See what I'm saying? That's where I be safe. Every time I send shit to the collective, it be safe. That's what I guess I gotta start doing, because that's weird. Anyway, there's countries and things of that nature that are doing this, and nobody knows, because guess what? We're talking about we're being suppressed and people are trying to run from. Damn. See what I'm saying? It's this type of shit. People are running from country to country, place to place. This shit is global. Global. Like, where you run into, because everybody is doing some shit. I said you're in the reset. They trying to do some shit. All right, they already doing it. Matter of fact, they ain't even trying. They doing it right in y'all face, and people acting like they don't fucking see. So I'm gonna just tell y'all. This lady right here says, and I love her voice. Something might have happened.
Asked her, has she seen anything? I just spoke with my aunt who lives in England and asked her, has she seen anything about the current protests that are going on in Ireland over there? And she said there hasn't been a single thing about it on any of their news channels. The only reason she knows about it is because she still follows our local news stations and radio stations on Facebook, and that's the only reason she knows that about it. And even at that, only very small snippets of it. So our entire country is currently in a nationwide protest against our government, and nowhere else in the world knows about it. That's if you're in France, Spain, Germany, anywhere in the EU, you need to be looking this up. Check my previous videos. Search Fuel Protest Ireland on TikTok.
Now, this is the thing. My timeline is doing a lot, right? Because like I said, I saved y'all a lot of videos because I was, bringing y'all the evidence, but apparently something or someone is also monitoring my shit.
I can also confirm today that I have reasonable grounds to believe, on the basis of evidence collected and examined by my office, that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant bear criminal responsibility for the following international crimes committed on the territory of the State of Palestine from at least.
All right, so guess what? And at this point in time, because I keep saying it, like, it's a whole lot of stuff that's even happening over here. And I feel like the whole entire administration, mind you, Ibrahim Traore said it best: democracy, when democracy shows up, is when problems start. So in the process of that, because I had that video too, but literally I got nothing. Which I guess a lot of us got. The whole entire government, God get them, but also everybody should be arrested for crimes against humanity. Not just our government, but other governments as well. But our government, not just one side, everybody. Everybody that's been up there, judges, lawyers, everybody that sits there, arrested. Crimes against humanity. So spiritually, everybody's in court, because remember, what happens here is happening there, is happening there, is happening there, right? Mind you, a young lady that already made a judgment call on them. So, and I think more of us have already made judgment calls on them. Mind you, God is actively listening. Okay. See, I don't like the fact that, because how? Okay, so hold on. Got
They
something.
said it was impossible.
No, that ain't it. Y'all, I do not know how all of this shit is missing. Ain't no way. I literally saved so much shit yesterday just to make sure. But anyway, we don't need it, because guess what? All y'all got to do is Google. It's right there. So we got, on one hand, stuff being burned to crisp. Y'all, something is already happening and somebody's already started this, right? So in my mind, I was saying, when the first thing got lit, I said, now either this person is doing it for the plot, because sometimes when people want to get out of their stuff or their situation, what they do is they'll, throw rocks, hide their hands, and it be intentional. Not intentional, because the man said he was doing it for the plot, but it could have been for the people, in order to be able to get themselves and get the money, because people be doing shit for insurance money, right? Yeah. All right. So then it started to be this plan, and then this plan, and then fires started breaking out in this location, this location, and this location. And then it's making me wonder now, could this be the people's way out? Or is there a group that said, reset, we're going to go ahead and shut this shit down? So we got a lot of things to think about, because actively, if you're not already in it, somebody else is already in it. It's done already been started, right? But mind you, they already started against us when they started maneuvering things and, fixing numbers and doing this and doing that. Like, because people out here telling y'all the truth right in y'all face. And then everybody will say, well, if you didn't vote for this person, then it wouldn't have mattered. And quite frankly, again, I ain't even got no beef with the fact that the person's there, because of the fact that I asked God for the truth, and I can't tell God how to do it. And this is the way the truth is being given. Either way, you're in a reset, and most people don't make it out the same. And some people ain't going to make it out at all, period. Now, the elders and the old people back in the day, they said, y'all young people better learn how to survive. So they played along with massa, not realizing that that wasn't survival. That was foolish. Why? And I ain't judging, because they laid the groundwork, and, because they only knew what they knew. But just think that 200,000 years and then 400,000 years. And in that time, that's not to say we didn't have our own conflict, because if we can go back to, even, I don't want to go to the Bible, but to the Bible before their Bible, right? There was conflict a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? Because people was moving around where they wanted to move around, and, people was being hard-headed. And so there was actually actively things that was happening. But then something sparked a reset. The first thing, that we can probably put on our minds and on our brains was Sodom and Gomorrah. The people was doing just all types of ungodliness. Does it ring a bell? Does it sound like something familiar? Because if it don't, it should. Yeah. All right. So over here, we're gonna start with this First things first. I Papa freaks all the honeys. Music, frequency, the things that they put out that's in your brain that's playing out even today that's giving you messages, frequency, sound. What frequency are you on? Because guess what's happening? This is playing out over here. We got this people dying over here. We got this happening because this is happening. And people are upset because even when the slightest thing happens over here, they don't like it. But meanwhile, they don't have any type of compassion or anything for anybody else. So here we are. God, quiet everything in me now that is not from you. Remove confusion where there should be clarity. Remove fear where there should be faith. And remove anything I'm holding on to that you already told me to release. Give me the wisdom to know what matters and the understanding to see things as they truly are, and the discipline to act on what I know is right. Strengthen me in the areas where I have been weak. Teach me to trust you even when I don't understand the timing. And help me to stop forcing what you're not in. Protect my mind from overthinking and my heart from settling and my spirit from becoming tired in the process. Align my decisions with peace, not pressure. Let what's meant for me come with clarity, not confusion, and give me courage to walk away from anything that costs me my purpose. I surrender what I cannot control, and I commit to what you have called me to do. In faith, not fear, I'll move forward. I mean. All right. So with that being said, I asked y'all a question. Was there a time when you regretted something, or that you should have did something and then you didn't do it? You've been called to stand up to do something, but then you didn't do it. You were needed in a way, but you didn't act. You weren't activated. So it's just like that message that I said. They sank an entity, a being, to the bottom of the ocean. Whatever it is coming back. The people down there, or whatever is happening down there, is about to release it. It keeps giving magician energy. Don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, because there was a bunch of trash, or there was a bunch of stuff that was scattered all over the place to make you look at the stuff because it was so much. It's like chaos. Meanwhile, there was a container with the actual thing that was in it that they were trying to get rid of. And like I said, the only reason why I knew what it was, or I saw what it was, is because I saw the foot, and that's what they were trying to get me to pay attention to. So right now, a lot of people feel off, not fully who they used to be, but not quite who they're becoming either. That confusion, that pressure, that emotional back and forth is not failure, it's transition. She said, yes, often I was scared sometimes, but really didn't want to. Well, this is a moment you're going to have to trust your first mind, because it's going to cost you everything if you don't. And that's all of us. Okay? And if you can't see it, then you need to start paying attention, because it's all around us. There's people on that's not on the internet, that are not even tuned in, but mind you, they're tuned into the universe. Even they can feel the change. The animals can feel the change. The people that are not on the internet, pay attention to their environment. And so part of this message is this: everybody don't realize how important they are into the system. A person will say, like, it's just only me, so why am I, how could I, create a change? You are the key to whatever it is pertains to your purpose. And that's going to go over a lot of people's heads, and hopefully I can give it to you like this. It's like when, if Abby Grace reads the Bible, or reads a book, or looks at the universe, she gets a different understanding. If Miss Kelly looks at the universe and reads the book, she's gonna get another understanding. I got people that come in here all the time and they say, I like how your mind thinks. Why? Because I don't want to think inside the box. I think outside the box. It's like the thing with the children, or the people. People waking up tired because you went to bed when it wasn't your time. Also, the energy that's connected to you, that's surrounding you. When your mom, when you came into this universe, this realm, you was always kicking at nighttime. And then all of a sudden, they put you on a schedule because they put you in the algorithm. The algorithm has existed longer than we all knew. We thinking that it's tied to the computer and to this. No. Um, she said, and all it takes for us is to say one thing and it'll speak. Yes, speak it 100%. Definitely. Good morning, Cornelius. So it's like me speaking into the universe, me speaking into the for some reason I want to say into eternity. So I spoke into eternity that I don't want to do whatever this is. I don't want to do this again. Like whatever I need to do, whatever I need to see right now, God, please show it to me so that way I can do my part on whatever this system is. So for all intents purposes, they'll say this is a scholar. A scholar came around and this is what the scholar say, not realizing that the scholar has no ties to whatever this is. And so somebody else will look at it and see something different. And so your brain is going to think on a different wavelength, or your keys are going to open different doors. Same information, different understanding, different perception of it. And so this is why everybody's needed, because collectively, if I can look at something, it's like what I said about Israel. Israel is the children of Israel. So we need to stop. Israel, the children of Israel, is different from Israel. The children of Israel are a people. Israel is God knows whatever that is. Because it don't come in God form. It don't come in love. It comes in chaos. So if you can look at it and see something different, and I can look at it and see something different, and you can look at it and see something different, what if the last it's a fail safe mechanism? Like you can look at it and we can all get the same concept, but the fail safe mechanisms make sure that it don't open until the right person shows up. And if the right person is getting cast out and kicked out, then guess what? It's never going to open because they're not allowing the right person to look at it. So guess what? It's never going to open for you. It's never going to allow you to be able to have access to it because you're not authorized. It wasn't for you. So that's the thing. You're outgrowing spaces that you once fit in. Conversations don't hit the same. People you used to tolerate now feel heavy. Anything you once chased don't excite you anymore. Like you have totally outgrown this place, this situation, this scenario. And I don't even want to say it's the place, it's the people. Because they want to continue to think in these people's box, not realizing that the people don't want you. They don't like you. They don't care for you. They were sent to be a part of the test. And are you just going to lay down and allow, for whatever this is that's happening? Mind you, some scary ass people on the run. Mind you, every country is saying something is happening. Every one of them. So, and I said before, if we actually go back to the amount of time that this person was here and this person was here, this person was here, that means that every area was colonized, every area was taken over, right? Now, what would have been our biggest flaw and our biggest mistake? Why would it have been that these people would have gotten their feet so heavily embedded into our system and into our society that they would now be allowed to be able to create all this chaos and all this havoc? I can tell you what we do as a Black person in America. And so I'm sure it's probably going to be the same for a lot of people. We're very welcoming. And so we'll bring a person into the fold and we'll start to teach them. Mind you, we start to teach them our custom, our ways, and those things, but we have to remember that they are who they are. So once a person learns, it's like You trying to teach a person, not to be a killer, but that's what's in them. So now you give them access to, your cities, your children, your whatever it is, your lifestyle, and then here they come and they start developing things to, try to kick you out, or things that try to discombobulate you or your city, when all, or your customs. And mind you, all you needed was peace. All you were asking for was peace. And then what they did was they took your people from over here, because again, create chaos and confusion. I don't like y'all because y'all are different from us. Meanwhile, we come from the same family. Whether it be your first cousin, your second cousin removed, this, that, or the third, da 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 da, their family. And families have beef, but we didn't have as much beef as, we did until the people started interfering and the people started doing whatever they were doing inside of the system. So remember, you're in a reset, and most people won't make it out the same. So a lot of people are going to say, well, they won't be able to bring the people over here. They won't be able to create their own military. They won't be able to create their own. Yeah, keep thinking that. I literally watched a video where a man said, and he showed that there are ships that was coming in. And on these ships, he said he watched the people get off. He went over there and checked the ships because nobody was there. The ships got left there. He jumped over into the other ships. The people's clothes and everything were left there, and they don't belong here. But mind you, they're on this ground right here, right now. I have to take responsibility and admit that I've added to the chaos by allowing it to happen. We all have. And so this is the thing. The elders were right when they said we got to have survival mode. Like, we got to have a sense of survival. But at this moment, it is literally people that are waking up, and a girl literally was crying. I had that too for y'all. A white girl was crying yesterday because she said she's in a family full of racists. And everybody was reassuring her, like, it's the first thing, the key to wake up, and this, that, and the third. But they also said that, and this is what she said that her brother said. She said they was having a conversation, and the brother said that if you had a white man and a black man, and both of them committed the same crime, which one would you first? And they chose the black man because, and she was crying. So a lot of people are waking up in situations where it is like, I can't believe that I'm even connected to this. I'm not like this. Because you have God in your heart. And that's what I said to a person the other day. I said, I think one of our and I don't want to say flaws, but it could be a flaw. One of our flaws is that we are godly first, like literally that close to God, where we know that you're not supposed to commit these infractions or these sins because that was part of your covenant. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not do. And so it's almost like those rules being put in us is basically what is, but it's the right thing to do. That's the thing. It is the right thing to do. But also, thou shalt not lose your life fucking around with them. So this is another thing. God didn't say you had to allow nobody to lead you to the slaughter. That's not what was written. So do with that information what you will. There's a Trojan horse in the midst. Mind you, I've been telling y'all for a very long time. I have YouTube I have videos that are on YT that let you know. Why are you back here again? I'm confused. Like, at what point in time did matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna just put you on timeout. But that's so weird. It is weird that a person literally don't have nothing better to do. It's the same person every time. And it's strange. Like, you don't feel bad at all, period, for being that type of energy. Like, you require that much of attention. It's like a child, a little bad kid, and I feel sorry for you. Like for some reason, I think you think that it's cute, but you don't realize I feel sad for you because that's weird. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put you in timeout, but that's strange to me. Like that's sad. Like you giving me a real bad feeling for you because that is weird that you have that much time. And I don't know why, like why? Because at this point, like it's not even cute. It's just the strangest thing. It's the same person over and over again coming back with the same mess. And mind you, like the other day, the person I put them on timeout at 10, they came back at 12. Now they back again today. Like you don't have friends or nothing. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna put you on timeout. I'm gonna say what I want to say about you. I'm gonna put you on timeout because it's weird. Like I'm not gonna talk to you. You want to talk to somebody. I don't want to talk to you. I feel bad for you because like where is your mom? Where is your friends? Like somebody need to give you a hug because that is pathetic. And I don't know what that is, like why a person feels like, oh, let me go get my attention for today. I keep saying it to y'all. Um, seeking attention, it like let me just go because that is a hell of a drug. Because what is wrong with people and be proud of themselves to be that? Like that is crazy. Um, Still happy. The righteous are waking up to the separation and the period, and they're facing to leave sinful family friends to save yourself. Yes, and that's what the people was telling her. Miss Kelly, I see you over there, but I put the person on timeout because I don't know what that is, but that is strange. Like that's real bad stalker vibes, and that's what makes me end up having to, document stuff and make sure that in the end that the police know because people don't even realize you're being weird. Like that's some real stalker ass behavior. You as a grown person that takes your time, your day out to come and try to keep getting attention from the same person that said, I don't want to talk to you. I'm never going to talk to you. I'm never going to like you, never going to want to be around you, never going to want to engage with you. So I'm never going to acknowledge nothing you said. From the beginning, the minute you put it in my chat, I was working my way over there to get you to silence you. This is the only acknowledgement I'm going to give you. But to have a conversation with you, you asking me questions, I don't care to talk to you. You're a weirdo. And that's crazy. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way in hell I got that much time to do like come talk to a person that don't want to talk to me. That's crazy. Anyway, confusion is of the devil. Chaos, some BS. Um All right, so here we are. The shift happening right now. People are being forced to choose growth over comfort, just like what Still Happy 64 said. The same exact thing. This is when you're realizing who you're connected to, what type of people you are, what type of people they are. Some people rather just, settle in, okay, well, let's just fall in line. Let's just fall in line. No, because they already been pushing the limits. And y'all want to leave y'all kids here with these people? Y'all want to leave y'all grandkids here with these people? Y'all want to, like, y'all don't think enough is enough? So it's not a time where we can just say, okay, well, we should just be compliant in a situation. Y'all, they're going to get worse. And if they already this embedded into the system, if you go ahead and, be compliant or complacent, can you imagine how far this shit going to go? They're going to keep, and Miss Kelly's right, they're going to keep pushing the boundaries. They don't have no good in them. We have to make the call to know there is no good in them. We can't keep saying, okay, well, maybe they'll change, maybe they'll change. And this is with anybody. People, places, and things. They are not going to change. It's been 7,000 years a slave, and they still the same exact way. God, please get them. And I'm gonna have to keep saying it, and that's gonna keep being my prayer, because God, please get them. Like, why should we have to go to war with anybody over stuff that we were get? Like, it's a man, he got a video and he's showing that people are being charged to be out in the ocean. Who owns the ocean? It's like us paying property tax on land that God gave us. Who owns the earth? Apparently, they think they do. And that's weird. That is the behavior. She said, ain't no going along to get along, and period. Because we can't. We already seen they just want to keep pushing the ticket. She said, I'm telling you, my family act like this with no shame. That's what I'm getting at. And that's for anything and anybody. Happy still said, draw your own damn line to remove all threats. And that's period. Mike said, I've been trying to tell my family this and no one is listening. Well, this is the thing. There's people that are already gathering, because I was going to show y'all a video. It's like a huge ass community of people that already started, getting together, doing their thing. This is the one thing that I always recognize from the others, and this is the others, and I ain't even saying that others in a bad way for these people, because they want peace, they want unity. So there are some good, others out there. But for the most part, what I notice about them is they start preparing long before we start preparing. Because for some reason, Black people have it in their brain. A lot of Black people have it in their brain, like, oh, it's they wanted to actively think that it's going to go away. Mind you, it's been multiple times, even throughout history. If we go back to the original covenant, God told us many times, sometimes we're gonna have to do a thing. And we could just be waiting on God to tell us to do a thing, but why are we waiting until we end up being scattered all over the place before we realize that the fires are happening, the disease, the pestilence is already happening? The people, it's people I done seen showing up to people's doors. Mind you, I done seen more than one time, right? Which is also letting me know, like, the demons is running loose. And when I say the demons is running loose, I mean in real fucking life. This is actual possession happening that I'm looking at with people, because they go into people's houses and doors and just trying to get in, and then the way they acting lets me know whoever was in there ain't in there no more. That is a real demon. And I'm trying to figure out how people keep being like, people be being real soft with them. But meanwhile, if you show up with your brown skin and you do that, your ass is on the ground. I'm confused. And Mike, and period. And so it was one video I'm watching, like, the man is screaming uncontrollably, but it's like real, like, even his movements are weird. And I'm saying, I'm not gonna play no games with none of these people, because that's weird. But it is the movement, the behavior. It's like they're like, it's gone. Whatever's in control and what's controlling them. Like, this is the reason why I said certain people, certain things, I'm not even gonna fool with. I'm not talking to you. I'm not even gonna play with you, because at this moment in time, I realize some people are not even in control of their own minds right now. They're being led. Like, the spirits that are running around here right now are off the charts, and people acting like they don't see it. Like, how do you not see that? The movements of the people ain't even right. That's not a real person in there. Can't be. Something's not right. So people are being forced to choose growth over comfort. Truth is becoming louder than the illusion. Energy is exposing what words try to hide. Like what I just said, because that's the energy. You can tell by the energy, like, everything is too elevated to be normal. And then the other part, I had another video that was showing y'all where they have been giving people stuff, like what that lady said when she told the woman that she has a yes, research and observation. This is why I'm saying my timeline did so many different things yesterday that it is same timeline, this happening, this happening, this happening, this happening, and this happening. And then there's people that are just having the time of their lives, so everybody is doing whatever everybody's doing, and meanwhile I'm in observation mode, because I'm seeing everybody doing whatever they doing, having a good time, not having a good time, fire, disease, chaos, like, and I'm just sitting here looking at all this, like, this is all happening in real life at the same time. And so, what timeline are you seeing? What are they showing you? Because there's also blackout. There's also blockages. What is Earth School showing you? What connections are, what dots are you connecting? Which is also the reason why. Can you imagine there's a group of people right now, they're in Arizona, and I pray that one day I get to go see them. And I, pray that they're my type of people, you know what I'm saying? But they're off grid, mind you. And but something also is giving me a bad feeling even about that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because everything shouldn't be recorded. I come from a time when everything wasn't recorded. So to me, it's one of them things. Remember, I told you that the government triple tapped somebody the other day? So to me, it's like the government can triple tap them real quick and nobody, you know, will even know. And it's in a desert, so it's not even going to matter. But there's a group of people that then already came together. They're building their, soul tribe, their soul family, this, that, and the third, and they're, uniting, doing whatever. I don't know, how it's working, this, that, and the third. I just know that they're doing it, and I know that it's a lot of them because they already see what's happening. They already know what's happening. Mind you, one of the things I kept seeing is I was about to ask if they're in Cali, yeah, Arizona. Because those are the lands where it's like land and you can go and nobody is really doing anything. So that's one of the things. But then there's also, like, for some reason, even that land, though, I told you, because that Arizona, that's also Mojave Desert area. And so for some reason it's almost like in my mind certain parts they can't touch because some of that land is definitely sacred land over there. But then we got to be mindful that you know these are entities and they don't care. So spiritually, God get them spiritual court for everybody. Like, and everybody be found guilty. Because like I said, they keep saying everybody wants to argue about this side or that side, and then they're saying take this, group of people. Like, I don't want none of them doing nothing. Like, we already see that we can't trust none of them. And so, with that being said, when the hammer gets hit, that the judicial court for the celestial realm start handing out infractions, I'm asking that all of them, like every single body that's sitting up there right now, everybody be held. Crimes against humanity, war crimes, everything, because ain't nobody saying nothing and ain't nobody doing nothing. Like, at this point, by this point, it should be very clear to people who the aggressors are. Like, one time I told y'all, I was about to ask if they're in, so one time, I got arrested, right? Mind you, never had been arrested before in my life. And so this is why I keep saying people be throwing rocks and hiding their hands. And this is also the same baby daddy that called me the other day. This is why I said I'll never talk to this nigga ever again. So anyway, long story short, he kept bumping me, kept hitting me, kept doing shit, right? And not for nothing, when I got tired of him bumping me and pushing me and hitting me, I fucking lost it. And so I blacked out. And in the blackout, it was do whatever you gotta do to this person, right? And so in the process, when the cops got called, all they heard is in the background me doing what I was doing to this person. And so the cop even explained to me that the reason why you're getting locked up, the reason why we have to take you is because, one, in Dallas, they put you on a 24-hour cool down. Hey, BJ, they put you on a 24-hour cool down, right? And so never been locked up before in my life. And here they go. Violent and criminal. Why? These people are stupid. Never been locked up before in my life. And then so I don't know if they gave it and then they took it back or what, but the cop explained to me that the reason why we have to lock you up is because you were the aggressor in this situation, right? I don't understand how they keep wanting to give me infractions on when I start talking about stuff that I'm saying happened in life. Like, that's the weirdest thing. But mind you, y'all let people go to war and everything else with motherfuckers on this bitch all day long. Like, that's some weird ass shit. But anyway, it say live restricted for some audiences. Your live contains themes that may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason violent and criminal behavior. Well, it was violent and criminal, so I ain't got nothing to say. Either way, I got locked up, right? And so they didn't know that this person had been pushing me and hitting me the whole entire time. All they heard was the part that they heard, and the part that they heard was me being the aggressor. And so then I spent 2 days in jail behind, somebody doing something to me and me defending myself back. And this person takes and leaves. No, never mind the fact that they done just got me locked the fuck up, knowing what they did. And it was my own fault. And I had to take accountability because I shouldn't have let this nigga bait me. But I let this nigga bait me. Long story short, I had to spend 2 days in the county. 2 days in the county. I didn't get no charges later on because I ended up, getting a lawyer and some other shit. But mind you, still, exactly. She said, but you were provoked. I was provoked. But I should have been smart enough to know that this is a fuck nigga. And this the reason why, like, this nigga don't ever gotta worry about me ever trying to have no community. Like, once you get me locked up, bitch, I don't give a damn if I, like, 2 days of my life, I can't get back. It was cold in there. It was dirty in there. And I can't get that back. Mind you, and he know what he did. But he wanted to be, mad because people be wanting to do what they want to do. And then when you decide to do what you want to do, now all of a sudden it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem when you was, treating me shitty. It's only a problem when now, I go out and do what I want to do. And now, because I'm not going to lie to you. One thing about me is you do some shit to me. And unlike y'all, I ain't going to lie. This is what I was doing. And this is who I was doing it with. And I ain't gonna act like I didn't have a good time because I was having a fucking good ass time. So that be the difference. They want to lie, I'll tell the truth. And mind you, shit, I ain't gonna act like this is what it is. I thought that's what you liked. But people don't like when it's being given back. They want to give, but they don't like when it's being given. Their behavior is mimicked back to them. Mind you, and all I was at the club with my friend. And some niggas was there too, but you know what I'm saying? Either way, the point of it is niggas be in full-fledged dick down mode for some bitches, and then you mad that I'm at the club with some niggas. Bitch, get out of my face. So real talk, if it drains you, confuses you, or makes you question your worth, it's not meant to go with you. Period. So in this season, we have to move differently, not loudly, because we don't have to keep telling people. We don't have to keep screaming from the top of our lungs. Mike said that he been prepping, getting himself together. I don't know where it goes. She said, "Damn, they be listening to your live. That hard to hear what they want." Oh yeah, they definitely be listening to my live. They be trying. Like, that's why I said at this point, I'm gonna still keep telling the truth. I don't care what they saying, but meanwhile, they keep flagging me for all the wrong things. Well, that time I did say that, but I was talking about something that happened before, so I still don't even know why. Their AI bot sucks. I can tell you that. So move differently. So do what you need to do for you, and maybe it's not meant for everybody else. Maybe whatever happens in the new world and you start prepping is just meant for you to be prepping, and shit, you could be prepping and you could be prepping for somebody else. Like I said, I had a whole wedding dress, and guess what? It went to somebody else. $4,000 of my money. But either way, I trust God, and so it could be for somebody else. The preparation could be for somebody else, not even for you. You could be about to do, something totally different. They definitely on my live today because now they trying to act like they talking about verify some shit and everything else. They so stupid. Anyway, what to do in this season? Move differently, not loudly. Protect your peace without explaining it. Let people misunderstand you if it means staying aligned. So they may not understand, and that just may be the thing. It's not meant for you to understand. It ain't meant for me to keep trying to tell nobody nothing, and y'all ain't gonna listen anyway. You're not gonna see it because you can't see it. It's the equivalent of this morning. Have you ever been looking for something and then it just be right in your face the whole entire time? So this morning, I made a video yesterday. I had went to the hair store and I got me, some nice little earrings, and I really went for a lock too because I was retwisting my hair, right? And so this morning I'm looking for the bag that had the earrings in it, right? She said, because I'm not saying a word, but they can feel it. And period, because you don't have to say nothing. As soon as you start moving, like you said it the other day, they feel you leaving. Cause now it's like I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm gonna just start doing what I need to do for me because y'all not listening. It would be great for it to be a team effort, but sometimes we gotta do some shit by ourselves. All right. But anyway, I'm looking for the bag this morning. I'm like, where is the bag that I had? Now I know I had the laptop because I was sitting in the bathroom. I had the Twitch with me, and I was in the bathroom doing my hair. So I'm like, I had the camera and everything right there because yesterday I actually remembered to take the camera and all that good shit. And I'm doing my retwist. So I know I ain't going nowhere with this bag. The bag got to be sitting right here. Mind you, I don't know where the bag is, but that's what was sitting in front of my face that I didn't almost see. The earrings that I was looking for was sitting right there, right in my face. So I'm like, why the fuck was I overlooking it? So it could be a thing. Sometimes it is not meant for them to see. Sometimes it's something being overlooked. Sometimes it's just whatever the system is doing at the time or whatever you're doing at the time. So we have to be mindful for ourselves. So I trust what I feel even when I can't fully explain it. The world is on fire. Little does everybody know. Like that is the equivalent of it is fires breaking out, it is people breaking out, it's breaking out, and then they're trying to contain it. But mind you, excuse me, they're trying to contain the information, basically, i.e., suppression. But they're suppressing it from state to state, country to country, city to city. That's how bad this shit is. The birds can feel it. The animals are even acting differently. Something is clearly happening. And this is how God even gives us signals. Because even when they're trying to do suppression, God still gives nature a signal to say, this is actively happening. So what is happening around you? What are you paying attention to? What do you see? What's meant for me will meet me in clarity, not confusion. So something that I noticed lately, it's been a thing that batteries have been draining. Mind you, I done seen it online because people are saying, oh, my battery did this. Oh, my battery did this. Oh, my battery did this. Batteries are energy. So what is happening that is pulling or straining the energy? So in my mind, right, it made me wonder. Remember I said that there was a book, it was the book that was given to Adam, and I'll have to go look it up. But I told you already in the last week's messages. The book that was given to Adam that got passed down through the line, right? And I told you, I said the book disappeared after Solomon. So after King Solomon, was gone, the book disappeared. But the angel that is attached to that book has earth basically, how to live on this planet. Because remember I told y'all that Adam, when him and Eve got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, Adam prayed outside of the Garden of Eden and he asked God to find mercy on them and show him how to live in this area, right? Or in this earth. And so the angel appeared to him and he gave him the book and he told him follow it, make sure it gets passed down, make sure that the people stay in covenant, the family lineage stays in covenant. So also in that book it had demons and things of that nature. So I'm gonna say this: 47. I don't know who this pertains to or whatever it is. So 47 being the number. So in numerology, what does the number 47 mean in numerology? All right, anyway, so this is why I keep saying everybody's important to the system, because all of a sudden I kept hearing 47, 47. It kept showing up on my timeline. 47. This person It was one of the scary, spooky stories. The person is connected to 47, and this person was supposed to go meet this girl. This girl, they never talk about the girl, but when they came back, they was obsessing with the number 47. The minute I heard it, it made me think of number 47. What demon is connected to number 47? That's what it made me think, right? Mind you, don't ask me why I even thought that. Because why would I be thinking of what demon is connected to that? So one of the things is this. She said, "Oh my God, I've been seeing a lot of 4s, 7s, and 11s. For some reason, for me, it's been 11, 22. Like, for some reason, that thing keeps coming up. It's like the blending of numbers. But then it's also 1, 2, 3, 4, or like numbers that are like ascending numbers. So anyway, it said they were saying that when the boy came back, he was off. Like he had went through. They called it spiritual psychosis. That was the name I was trying to get yesterday when I said they keep doing this thing where they'll try to say that it's a psychosis that you're going through. And again, I don't want to say too much because then they got laws against this that you can't like. And I ain't nobody's therapist or none of that, but even the therapists be needing therapists. And then sometimes to me, I'll be feeling like they try to put these types of behaviors and things on things they can't explain, and it don't have nothing to do with what the hell they talking about. It be some spiritual shit, and then they don't be knowing. Anyway, so I'm gonna ask also what. Okay, so then I'm gonna look. I got 47 up here, so I'm gonna tell y'all what it means. So then they said that the boy was acting weird. They thought he was going through a spiritual psychosis. This is the thing. When anybody's going through anything pertaining to spiritual anything, people start behaving in ways that they don't realize you're also pushing the ticket. So I'm gonna use me for instance. When I went through the glitch, right? What I started to notice is people that I didn't even talk to started saying, "I'm just trying to check on you. You being weird because you wasn't checking on me before." And so to me, it was also another red flag because why are y'all saying something's wrong with me when something's technically wrong with y'all because y'all ain't done that before? So it's throwing me off. And so everybody calling this person, this person calling this person, but they don't realize their behavior has changed to me. Because why the fuck is y'all doing that? I don't talk to y'all. You don't know nothing about me. So why would anything that I'm saying be triggering y'all? It's weird. It's like I said, the equivalent of even right now, me doing this right here, talking to y'all, doing this whole, this whatever. Most people where I'm from, their whole perception of me could be drinking and partying, right? Meanwhile, not realizing that during the time of me drinking and partying, in my house, I actively had Bible study with my kids. I actively went to church a whole lot. I even went to church drunk a couple times, just so y'all know. Like, I would go to the bar. One of my friends can attest to this. Like, I still wouldn't miss church. A lot of people do it even today, but a lot of people don't even know that about me. All they know is the drinking and the partying. And I had a good time, just in case anybody wanted to know. But I had my friends even in, going to visit church. And it could be right or wrong. But the fact of the matter is, my uncle says that church is for sick people. That's where if you well, you don't need to go to church. So do with that information what you will. But people be thinking that they be knowing you, not knowing shit. You see what I'm saying? What I do know is y'all wasn't calling, y'all wasn't checking, y'all wasn't trying to violate my boundaries up until so y'all the ones being weird, not me. I've been saying stuff. Even the fact that I was writing shit online shouldn't have surprised nobody. I wrote a whole entire book on MySpace. Do y'all know what the hell MySpace is? About a nigga. Like I'm crafty, like before AI and everything else, I had everybody tuned in on MySpace because I was cussing my baby daddy out like a mother sucker. Wrote a whole little everything. So wasn't nothing new for them. Shouldn't have been. Y'all was coming near me like y'all ain't been trying to enter into my space, and now it's like a run on all y'all trying to be in my fucking business. So y'all the ones being weird, not me. Give me fucking 50 feet, please, and thank you. But they kept trying to say it was me. I can definitely relate. I told you to them pastors be wiggled up. And period. And I was too, and I wasn't even lying. Like, my friend in church at the time, she was going to sleep and everything. She like, I can't believe you had me going to church. Like, bitch, we still gonna praise God. You know, and I had to go support my aunt. It was her first time preaching. So it could be right or wrong, but the fact of the matter is there's drunkards in the Bible and God still used them. So who is you talking to? Again, but other people don't know that about me. Well, the thing that they know is the thing that I let them see. And back then it wasn't like it is now, because you can show a whole lot on the internet right now. I remember MySpace. Man, listen, I had MySpace so lit that everybody was like, you should really be an author, this, that, and third. Little did they know I was coming. Cause listen, that nigga got on my nerves so bad I wrote everything. Like, this what it is. Then had the little glitter pictures and everything on it. Like, y'all don't know me that well. Like, stop fucking with me because I'm the wrong person to play with. Thank you. Like, when I talk to God, stuff start moving. Cause I don't be lying. God know who I am, and I know who I am. I'll be telling the truth around this bitch. They just be mad because I'll be cussing. God know it. And I told y'all I waited my whole life to cuss. Yes, I do know that eventually it's certain places that I can't cuss at. Like, matter of fact, it ain't even eventually. It's certain places that I can't cuss at. And I'll be acting appropriately at them places. But it's certain places that I can cuss at my house, in my office, push play. Mind your business. Like, I don't go outside and be acting wrong. I have decorum. I just be, because y'all my people. Anyway, so they don't like that. And I'm a likable person. You see what I'm saying? People don't like that. Like, why y'all gotta like her? We don't want y'all to like her. Be mad at your mama that she made you. Anyway, in numerology, the number 47, structure, discipline, foundation, hard work, responsibility, stability, building something solid over time. The number 7, energy, institution, spirituality, inner wisdom, deep thinking, analysis, truth seeking, isolation for reflection and growth. So sometimes you got to stay to yourself. And then when you stay into yourself, it is the equivalent of people don't know how to mind their business. I keep saying that. She said, well, we love you. Forget them. Forget the odds, period. That's what I'm saying. So combined 47 is building a strong life through inner wisdom. So mind you, this person, this particular individual that they was talking about, they said all of a sudden that he became very reclusive, very to himself, right? And then one time, and I think the weird part was that he was writing 47, 47, 47 on the walls and this, that, and the third in places, but he was becoming very much to himself, saying that he went through a spiritual ascension and whatever. So they ended up calling the mom and, some other stuff, but they kept trying to confront the person, which to me, it be y'all. Like, leave people alone. Just because you don't understand something, that don't make them wrong. But a lot of times people just be so busy trying to be in other, and I can get, I just wanted to make sure you was okay. But did you really, or was you just trying to be in my business? Because some people just be trying to be fucking nosy. And this is different. So different from how? Other than you coming the fuck over here talking to me about some shit ain't got nothing to do with you. It be them. Anyway, so learning spiritual lessons through real life struggle, earth school, quiet growth that others don't always see, growth, becoming disciplined while also becoming more spiritually aware. People don't like that. That is a real thing. People don't like that you can see things ahead of them, and they always like I can say something to somebody, and then somebody start talking to me about shit I said to them like they said it. Like, you don't know nothing about none of this. I can tell you've been listening to me, because where did you get that from? That wasn't even on your lips. And now you talking to me about shit that I know you ain't talking about. That's strange to me. And I don't mind having a conversation about it, but acknowledge where you got that from. That's crazy. She said being nosy, yup. Then try to confront me and got confronted. And that's how it be, because why are you doing that? You're trying to convince me that I'm a problem or I got issues, but meanwhile, the issue is you're over here talking to me. And you don't normally talk to me. And I like it like that. Period. Quiet growth that offer that others don't always see. Becoming disciplined while also becoming more spiritually aware. This is often seen as hidden progress, a hidden progress number. So it says you may feel like you're working alone or slowly, but you're actually developing something solid and meaningful underneath the surface. And this is what this person kept telling them, like they're just going through their own thing spiritually, and please respect their space. But mind you, now they calling a nigga mom. They doing all, and again, some things can be weird because they don't understand. But anyway, he was meditating on the word. But you meditating on the word. So he was meditating on a number, made them weirded out. And sometimes people don't understand what you're going through because it's not meant for them to understand. It's for you. But now you're crazy. That's what they'll try to say. So 47 can point to spiritual awakening, which he said he was going through. Spiritual awakening through discipline. Learning to trust your intuition while staying grounded. And this is why you got to get away from people. Like dumb people, dumb types of people, because it's like full of judgment. That's what it is. Becoming mentally and spiritually aware of deeper truths, because there is shit that people don't get and people don't see. Because like I said, the book that we was just talking about Adam having and it being passed down, and the only people that are allowed around here to be doing spiritual exorcisms is the Vatican. Mind you, sometimes, and somebody said that they even, you gotta, they go through a process or something even to make sure that something is an actual. But where did you get that practice from? That book literally has demons in it. So you have to have the book. But that book is supposed to be passed down through generation to generation. But then these people come along and they say, we're going to protect the book because, first of all, God gave the lineage to be protecting the book. And right now, you're just a fucking thief. Unless you belong to part of that family. And this the other part. It is stuff that they have access to that would fix a lot of the chaos that's going on even right now in the world, the misunderstandings. Why ain't they making no type of, expeditious process to get done to return the items to the people that they belong to, or even to distinguish the people? Mind you, the other part that I got an issue with even right now to this day, them people that's over there in that land called Israel, and tell them people take a DNA test. Like nobody should be following nothing that goes along with these people. Because why are y'all? And then, mind you, then there was scientifically a lady came up yesterday and said something about the fact that they're creating chaos is something that happens with your DNA. So your DNA can, change in a certain type of, y'all, this shit is crazy. Your DNA can change in a certain type of way because it adds something, some type of, and so they could be doing that. Then mind you, no, never mind that they didn't gave everybody a vaccination that they said, you're going to have to take this. Meanwhile, knowing, this is why I'm telling you, crimes against humanity and taking whatever the crime is for taking people's free will, God, get all of them. Because they literally was telling people, you're not going to be able to go to work. You're not going to be able to feed your kids. You're not going to be able to unless you do this. Like they told the people, your kids can't go to school. Like they're deliberately doing this shit. And then the other part, this is another thing. And this is why I keep saying this is global. People are so fucking weird. Is the air different in the United States as it is anywhere else? Like, ain't it all the same air? Aren't we all under the same, like, dome, ball, whatever the hell? Ain't we all in the same oxygen? I mean, because if it's not, somebody tell me. Because in my mind, I don't think there's a shield between our air and Russia air, or China's air and our air. So is there a shield or something that I'm missing that we not in the same air? Like we not breathing the same air? Because somebody tell me, because I need to know. Because maybe I'm wrong. She said it should be because you would think it is. That's what I'm getting at. And I know people think that the air may dissipate or this, that, and third, but when it's windy and it's going across everywhere, don't it still, or is the air being filtered if it's in the ocean? Like somebody tell me, because I need to know. Because this is the reason why I need to know. Because other countries keep talking about the, us over here, how they do us with the, poisoning of the air and this, that, and the third. Eventually, don't y'all think that goes to y'all too? Like, ain't we all breathing the same air? So if y'all thinking that it's funny, y'all shouldn't be laughing and everybody should care about the air. That's what I'm thinking. Air quality should be a global thing. And so I could be wrong, but I don't feel like I am. I feel like the wind is going to carry it wherever it can. It's like when the stuff happened here and that lab went up in flames, people in South Carolina, I live in Georgia, but people in South Carolina and North Carolina were saying they smelled chlorine. So in my mind, if the smoke is going up into the air and that's from, bombs and this, that, and third landing over there, we should care because eventually don't that pollute the air all over the place? I mean, I don't know. But I would care. I would care about the water because I watched the lady the other day. She was, I think, Panama, wherever there's rainforest at. And she was walking on the beach, trying to walk on the beach, but the beach was disgusting, full of trash and everything else. So it's just like nobody cares about somebody else's area, but not realizing, y'all, we all live on the same damn planet. If we fuck it up, then we fucking it up for everybody. If they fuck it up, they fucking it up for everybody. It's weird. So I'm 47. I am building something stable while going through deep inner transformation. All right, so it means you're being shaped quietly, internally, strong, externally, steady, and spiritually aware. So then I said, what demon is connected to number 47, right? Because that's what it made me wonder. Like, whatever's in that book, or whatever demon 47 would be, because there's power in the name. And this is what one of the things we had a, meeting here at one point in time, 8:15, and it during Earth School, and we talked about like you have to name something. If you don't name it, they're gonna name it. And if you allow them to name it, it's his story. But we have to name it. So when you know something, because it has something to do about your birthright also. So what's the and we already did this before again. So just so y'all know. Importance of a name. And just like we said before, the prayer of Jabez. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, so that your hand would be with me and that you would keep me from evil, so I may not cause pain. Your name creates an energy over you. The same way, knowing it's like Rumpelstiltskin. That was the other thing. You need to know what you're dealing with. That's the thing. A name creates identity. A name is how something or someone is recognized as distinct from everything else. It separates you from everyone else. It's your energy also that goes along with that. It gives a sense of individuality. It becomes tied to a personal story and your experience. So the Moabites, Moab, remember I told you, it says son of father because he was created in incest. And although the Bible has a whole history from beginning to end, the Ethiopian Bible and this Bible, of cousins make dozens, it was permissible to go from this to this, like cousin to cousin or brother to sister or something, but it was not permissible for the dad and the daughters, the parents and the children. So that created incest, that created a whole blessing and a curse. So the Moabites are under a blessing and a curse. And I told y'all, them people over there in that land, Israel, remind me of them. Like if you listen to it, that's what it is. Anyway, so the reason why it is important for everybody to realize you're in the reset, and most people don't make it out the same. Knowing who a person is or knowing what something is also allows you to know how to deal with it. Demon, entity, people. And why everybody is important to the system is this. You may be able to spot something because everything was given. Like literally, I kid you not, everything was given. If you were given the full entire text, if you was given everything that happened way back then, from this book to this book to this book, if we talking about the Bible, if you talking about the Quran, if you talking about anything, right? Because for some reason there's a debate with these people about the Quran being right, but mind you, the people don't realize the Quran came after the Ethiopian Bible. So the Bible was already in existence. It's just not this Bible. And mind you, some of the stuff that's in the Quran came from the Ethiopian Bible. So he listened to it and he developed what he knew was the right parts of it. So it was his interpretation. And then he added whatever God gave him in the process. The same way you're going to do it as well. So fail-safe mechanism. When somebody matter of fact, let me just go ahead and give you definition. Because I don't like lying to y'all. So just so y'all know. All right, so a name allows you connection. So names make relationships possible. People use names to build familiarity. Saying someone's name creates attention and recognition. And also, I'm talking to you, I'm talking about this. It's power in the name. The same way they, keep saying Jesus, okay? There's power in the name. It signals respect, belonging, and emotional connection. A name carries meaning and reputation, actions, character, choices, and legacy. Your name, your mom, your whoever put something on you when they gave you your name. If you don't know what your name means, look it up. Look up the etymology of it. So be mindful of what you let people call you. Be mindful of first of all, the beginning. Your name also is a covenant. So blessings and curses come from names. It's like being connected to bloodlines also carry covenants, blessings, and curses. In case y'all don't know. So know that. A name starts as something given, but sometimes becomes defined by how it is lived. So a person yesterday, because people can change their name, right? People can change their name. And this is something that, I was thinking about yesterday, and it could be, neither here nor there. So a person said they was going to change their name. They changed their name to something, right? But literally, when you came into this realm, when you came into this universe, and that person cast whatever they cast over you, that was already a blessing or a curse, right? But God gave you a blessing and a curse, or a blessing, because, whatever. Because again, the Moabites got a blessing and a curse. If we actually have the real text, because of them doing this, they were blessed because they were a part of the bloodline of Abraham, but their curse came in and when they committed incest. So there's that. And these are also the same exact people that be doing that, culturally church thing. They be having kids by the kids, like that's incest. So then everybody starts to create their own culture and they start to do their own things, but most of it is getting further and further away from God, and further away from covenant, and further away from whatever it is they have done. Meanwhile, if you as a person as a whole, Mike, you there, so Mike's there, Miss Kelly, Abby, if y'all were given everything that you were supposed to be given, the Earth School pamphlet, right? The thing that came into existence when God said when Adam said, God, please show me how to live here in this place. If y'all were given that pamphlet, right? And each one of y'all, they said you got to read it in its entirety, not allow nobody else to read it to you. Everybody got to do it for themselves, right? Because Mike is going to get a different understanding, and he's going to pick up something because Mike is a key to something. Abby Grace is going to get something because she's the key to something, and Miss Kelly is going to get something because she's the key to it. But each one of them got to read it for themselves in order to see it. If Mike tells Miss Kelly what his interpretation of it, Miss Kelly going to get the same thing that he got because Mike is going to be explaining it the way he is explaining it. And for all intents purposes, he could be telling her the truth, but it was from his perspective or his perception, whatever one. Either way, Miss Kelly has to read it for herself in order for her to get it. But you can't read half of it. You have to read it all. And this is the problem that we have today. Because these people think that they're supposed to read something and then tell us stuff. And then they be hiding the fact that this even existed. So they'll say that that is like it's a myth. Or it's a, whatever it is when it's not real or something is what they'll try to say. It's a conspiracy theory. Meanwhile, they be lying because they got the whole entire book. And how the fuck is you casting out demons and knowing how to cast out demons if you don't have the book? Anyway, a name starts as something given but becomes something defined by how it was lived. So a name is not just what you're called; it is what your life gives meaning to. So from the very beginning, when they said this your name, that's your name. That's what got cast over you. You can change your behavior, this, that, and the third. And so people started changing their name. And so yesterday I seen a lady, she said that she changed her name. Her and her husband got married and both of them changed their last name to something different, right? Which made me wonder, like, y'all already had whatever blessing or curse is attached to both of y'all. And now y'all decided to add a different name, and it could be good or bad. I don't know because I ain't judging. But it could go good or it could go bad because once you get written down, but now there's get ready to be a lineage because if they start having kids, now they're going to be known as this, and then it starts to either adjust the blessings and the curses or not. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, we got a fail-safe mechanism here. A fail-safe mechanism is a built-in system, process, or feature designed to automatically move something into a safe condition if something goes wrong or fails. The earth is never going to let us fully get rid of it. Like, it's a living, breathing being. So then I was listening to a girl was singing a song and she said it was Pocahontas. I think. Let me see. What are the lyrics to Pocahontas? Anybody know the lyrics to Pocahontas? Mind you, I hope y'all know I'm like right now I know it's 9:47, but I literally ain't even touched the message that was actually even there. So, we just going with the flow and then I'll go back. What are the lyrics to Mind you, I had all of this there for you. She said, I don't know the lyrics. No, it was something pertaining to what I said. So I don't know if it was Pocahontas or not. The girl said, the land, something about you can touch all the land on the earth, but that don't mean that you own it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this girl because literally it is hearing things differently than what they were before. It's almost like right now songs are being used to because what she says is you weren't listening. She said this. The song goes like this. Let me see if I can type this in if that will bring up something. You wasn't listening. You wasn't listening when she said. You wasn't listening when they said. And mind you, so she goes into and she starts singing the songs that were created before into now, right? And she's not wrong because listening to her sing the song, I'm like, oh my God, that song actually said that. So it's like they've been telling you the whole entire time, certain things, even in the music, because the music is the frequency, and the frequency is what we are supposed to be listening to. or what it is. So just so y'all know, I was looking at a girl the other day, and she was showing the flight path of whatever the fuck was flying around. I don't know if it was a satellite or whatever they sent into supposedly space the other day. But what she said was she noticed she knew what it was from. And come to find out, they were flying on the, it looked like the infinity sign, but come to find out it was a C note. And she said what that note actually does is it's the starting point. And why are they flying over the earth in that pattern? So they're even doing it even outside of anything that we know, like we not paying attention, or most people not paying attention, that even that. But it took that girl, because I wouldn't have knew what that was. I wouldn't know what a C note is. I don't read music. So it would take a person that reads music or knows how to read music to figure that out. So this is why it would be important for her to be around. It's like old documents and things of that nature. Like I told y'all about when in a couple years, when all the people who know how to write cursive are gone, who's going to read the cursive? It's going to be foreign to them. That landing gave Santa Claus. Why you say that, Abby? Because I didn't even know what she was talking about until she showed the actual flight pattern, and then it actually was the note. But again, like I said, I wouldn't know because I don't read music. So it means if something breaks or goes wrong, the system protects itself instead of causing harm. It's like also your brain. Like when shit starts to shake, and your brain is gonna put up the failsafe mechanism so it don't, damage nothing. So you can kind of, be back in a good stasis, I guess. I don't know how to really explain it, but your brain will protect you from harmful or scary things. Meanwhile, it's like the processing of. So remember, we talked about that even still, and I said, God, please don't, allow me to be able to process the information as well as I can, because I don't want my brain to go in safe mode when I'm wanting to know the truth. I want to know the truth. It just reminded me of how they would show Santa on the news. Oh, y'all. That is funny because y'all, it was. Well, I seen it too. So fail comes from Old French, faillier, Faillir, meaning to be lacking or go wrong. Safe from Latin salvus, Salvus, meaning unharmed or secure. Mechanism comes from Greek mechane, mekhane, meaning device or machine. So altogether, it means a device or a device that stays safe when failure happens, like this universe. That's why they said they couldn't see past a certain point. They took, there's a rumor, or entertainment purposes only, something that happened. They took as Project Looking Glass is what they was talking about, and so they went and they stole some technology from ancient times, and they stole it, and for some reason they couldn't see past a certain point. They would even get people that they thought had special connections to the earth and everything else, and every time whatever was over there would tell them people, like whatever they would see, they wouldn't come back and tell them the truth. So whatever it was not meant for whoever it was to get. So take it how it resonates. So it has examples here, and it says examples of elevators. If power fails on an elevator, brakes engage so it don't fall. On airplanes, system default to safe setting so sensors fail. If sensors fail, gas systems shut off automatically if leaks are detected. Software, auto save or crash recovery modes preventing data loss. So this is the other thing. I got a feeling that this ain't new. So a long time ago, there was a lady, and it was in the 70s or something. And this is how I found out computers were a lot older than what we even thought, because I was available and around during the time when computer systems went into households. But apparently, computers have been around way, way longer than when they went into households, because they were already using them, right? Remember, they had them big old bulky looking ones that they was using at schools and this, that, and the third. But anyway, computers have been around for a long, long time. The algorithm itself has been around for a very, very long time, because you were born into an algorithm. They put you on a schedule the minute you was born, right? All right. Your sleep schedule, a work schedule, a school schedule, a schedule. It's an algorithm, right? So I was looking at something yesterday, and mind you, this keeps being a thing because they keep talking about AI. Apparently, AI done escaped a couple times, and how does AI escape? Which is weird. But anyway, it led me back to when I kept saying, like, there's a demon inside of the internet. And how does a demon get put inside of the internet? I don't know, but I kept saying it, right? How does anyway, there's a lady that is talking. It's an old something that got recorded, and the lady talks about the demon that's in the internet. And so she explained it how her parents and all these people was doing some worshiping and this, that, and the third, and da 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 da. Mind you, I had never heard about it. And you can tell that when AI is captured too, it starts lying. And mind you, AI been lying. I told you AI been lying since it came out because I caught AI lying from the gate. So mind you, also remember some AI ain't really AI because it be people that they done found people, data centers that be having people, housing people there, right? Anyway, so AI, I was listening to this thing yesterday and it said that they know that in order for them to shut AI down, they would have to turn off all the power in the whole wide world. So when did the demon get put in the internet? I don't know. So the lady that was talking, it's an old school video, and she says that her parents was doing this, and she came in as a young child, and she caught them doing X, Y, Z. Mind you, we all playing with a demon on daily basis, whether or not it be the internet, whether or not it be the people sitting next to us, whether or not it be the person talking to you, whether or not it be you, the man in the mirror. Remember what Michael Jackson said? And I've been telling y'all, Michael Jackson been talking. Michael Jackson was telling some stuff. So was Prince. So was many other people, Elvis Presley, and some other shit. Oh, y'all know what? I got something for y'all. And this is another thing I keep saying. It should be just going over people's heads because why the fuck do y'all not be listening? Listen to this shit and tell me what the hell y'all think about this. I know I still got this because I think I seen it. Listen to this.
Donald Trump's personal we have some news right now. Donald Trump claims to drink Diet Coke because if Diet Coke can kill grass, then it could definitely kill cancer cells in the body. And then he also claimed that Fanta was freshly squeezed orange soda. I'm not making this up. This is according to Dr. Oz, Donald Trump's personal CMS director. This is an excerpt from a podcast that Dr. Oz was on with Don Jr. Dr. Oz told Don Jr., quote, "Your dad," referring to Donald Trump, "argues that diet soda is good for him because it kills grass, so therefore it must kill cancer cells." Quote, "We were on Air Force One the other day and he's got an orange Fanta on the desk. He tells me it's fresh squeezed." You honestly can't make some of the things up. Remember, this is also Donald Trump who says...
Okay, we're going to replay this.
Donald Trump claims to drink Diet Coke because if Diet Coke can kill grass, then it could definitely kill cancer cells in the body. And then he also claimed that Fanta was freshly squeezed orange soda. I'm not making this up. This is according to Dr. Oz, Donald Trump's personal CMS director. This is an excerpt from a podcast that Dr. Oz was on with Don Jr. Dr. Oz told Don Jr., quote, "Your dad," referring to Donald Trump.
Now, hold on.
Trump argues that diet soda is good for him because it kills grass, so therefore it must kill cancer cells. Quote, "We were on Air Force One the other day and he's got an orange Fanta on the desk. He tells me it's fresh squeezed."
Now, let me tell you how this went over everybody's head. Because the comment says, well, he is a doctor. So some people are starting, well, there's one person that's starting to get it. Somebody says dog pee kills grass. I don't drink it. Somebody says I'm not THC high enough for this. Somebody says, excuse me, as a person fighting cancer right now, what the WTF? Somebody said I hate it here. Somebody says Diet Coke sells to soar in southern states. Myself, I prefer fresh squeezed Sprites. Somebody said, wait, that wasn't AI. Oh my God, this timeline is painful. Somebody says, as a med student, I'm crying because that's not how neuroplasm works. Somebody said diet soda kills grass is sending me. What the fuck? No one corrected him, right? Squeeze orange soda. Me every time the president says, well, anything. How is this our president? They didn't listen. I told you, even when a person lying, they telling you the truth. Now, let's replay it.
We have some news right now. Donald Trump claims to drink Diet Coke because Diet Coke can kill grass. Then it could definitely kill cancer cells in the body.
He said if it can kill grass, then it can definitely kill cancer cells in the body. What would that tell y'all? Why would he be drinking it?
And then he also claimed that Fanta was freshly squeezed orange soda. I'm not making this up. This is according to Dr. Oz.
Like, they listen to the ignorance, but they're not listening to what he's revealing. He said what he said. And then when everybody find out, oh, well, he's fighting this, nigga said it. He's trying to figure out what to do for that. So I don't know why people don't listen, because as soon as I heard it.
News right now, Donald Trump claims to drink Diet Coke because Diet Coke can kill grass. Then it could definitely kill cancer cells in the body.
Why would he mention that?
He also claimed that Fanta was freshly squeezed orange soda. I'm not making this up. This is according to Dr. Oz, Donald Trump's personal CMS director. This is an excerpt from a podcast that Dr. Oz was on with Don Jr. Dr. Oz told Don Jr., quote, your dad, referring to Donald Trump, argues that diet soda is good for him because it kills grass, so therefore it must kill cancer cells. Quote, we were on Air Force One the
and
other
Dr. Oz, like, literally, like, snitching on the left.
Squeezed. You honestly can't make some of the things up. Remember, this is also Donald Trump.
But people don't be listening. So don't be surprised when you hear that, because literally they already told you. So even in a lie, there's some truth. So do with that information what you will. But he said what he said, and he said it for a reason, because it ain't no reason why you would be saying it like that unless you're trying to kill what's attached to you. And ain't no, but oh, when I said somebody else was getting it too. There was a comment, because literally there was no comments in there, and so a person said, well, does that mean he has? Yeah, that's what it mean to me, because literally that's what the fuck he said. He drinks it because if it can do this, then it can definitely do this. But nobody heard that. It's still like living in a fucking maze of nobody's paying attention and nobody's listening. Anyway, so now I'm down here. What we should know. We're not behind, we're not late, and we haven't missed anything that was meant for us, which is normal, the same exact shit over and over and over and over again. But people don't realize it, so we have to keep repeating it. It's not nothing new. It's the same damn program. Excuse me. The silence showing you, the silence is showing you who doesn't reach for you, who doesn't talk to you, who doesn't, he'll hide it till he can't, but he just told y'all the truth. He ain't even hiding it. That's the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't been just saying, okay, I got this, but he just said, I drink it because if it can do this, then it can kill this. I'm trying to figure out why he ain't go with his last one, though. Remember when he was out here talking about the bleach thing? He should just, went aim for that. Help everybody out. Us, them, him. The distance is showing you what is not a line. The discomfort is showing you where you have outgrown yourself, people, places, and things. Because sometimes we just start growing and elevating in ways where we could just be thinking one thing this day and then be thinking, like, I'm proud of myself because I grew. Like, I ain't caught up in the same cycles. I can see certain things that, and a whole lot faster now. It's like what I said about even the fact of ignoring certain people. Like, y'all, if I show y'all my friend request list right now, it's getting a little strange. But mind you, you have to ignore people because people want fucking attention. And when people, Abby, what you say, they feel you leaving for real. So let me figure out how to make this person mad. Let me figure out how to weasel my way into some type of energy. They want you to give something. And that's sad. Attention seeking is a hell of a drug. And I'm thankful that I've never been that. Because that's weird. To the tune of, some of you are asking for peace, but entertaining chaos. What I just said, I'm not going to talk to them. I don't care what they come over here talking about. I'm going to just go over here and put your bitch ass on mute. Because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to swap energy with you. The minute I start engaging, here we are. Now I'm being a bitch ass. I don't want it. Asking for clarity, but ignoring the red flags. Abby said, yup, period. Asking for elevation, but staying in environments that keep you small. Like, we don't have to talk to people. I don't gotta sit nowhere with nobody that I basically either don't respect, don't agree with, don't align with, ain't involved with, because niggas be trying to say little things and I ain't fucking you, so I don't gotta pay attention to you. Like, that's some shit I should be talking to with my nigga. Like, I don't gotta, answer to nobody. And then as soon as you say whatever you say, they go crawl right back in their little hole. But if you don't correct them, if you let the devil ride, they gonna want to drive. You let a nigga start asking you, questioning you, and this, that, and the third, I ain't fucking you. Why is you questioning? Now you think that that's acceptable behavior. It ain't. Go ask your mama where she at. I'm not it. Thank you. And comfort zones are becoming uncomfortable on purpose. We can't always just stay in the same exact thing. And sometimes, like, I don't even want to have to check a nigga, but guess what? I got to check a nigga because you ain't checking yourself. Like, learn how to act. I know ain't nobody taught you nothing, but I'm not for you to be questioning. And any vice versa and anything else. That feeling like something ain't right, that's your awareness getting louder. Remember, we started this off by saying, have you ever been in a situation that later on you said, I knew I should have trusted what I thought from the beginning? Because a reset is happening. What is the universe telling you? What are you seeing that's around you? Are you seeing the fires? Are you seeing the people that are out here just willy-nilly? Because I keep hearing about a bunch of disease. Like, and they said, what is the, oh, let me see. Who are all right? So you know how they tell you like the end of days, because everybody keeps saying that your grandmom, your great grandmom was saying that it was the end of days. So the horsemen and the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the signs. So the white horse is conquest, false victory, right? Mind you, during that was it Passover, Easter. Okay, so you remember that everybody's doing whatever they're doing on whatever timeline. A lot of people realizing that Easter is a pagan holiday, but guess what? The pagans still celebrating that holiday. It's a fertility. Then it was springtime, along with everything else. Anyway, long story short, it is the Star of Regulus. So during that whole week, and mind you, the other part was that it was supposed to be during it's the moon shift. So the new moon, which was the 14th, right? Did y'all remember that, right? Of this month was supposed to be the actual celebration time. But anyway, during that time, it was the Star of Regulus. The man, whoever the person was from 1970 something that said that this was going to happen, this was going to happen, this was going to happen. The lady came down, told them that, stuff was going to happen. It was going to turn red outside. It did turn red. So that actually did happen. But mind you, that white horse also showed up. A man went to Egypt because he was questioning whether or not with the lady that they had in 1970 something told the man if it was true. So he was questioning. So he wanted to be there when the stars aligned up for the pyramids. So he actually went. He said it was 4 something in the morning. Long story short, one of the pyramids was actually actively aligned. He said, but when he turned around, there was a white horse walking from behind one of the pyramids, and he took a picture of the horse walking down the street. Anyway, so the white horse is conquest and false victory. Remember, somebody was claiming that they won something, and people don't realize that was prophecy. So whatever was playing out back then, and again, they have the book, so they know, but y'all really, or we really don't know, the time or this, that, and the third. It's just so happened that it just keeps falling along the times, and then I keep catching it. So that white horse walking from behind the building, but that man that was over there was saying that he told them people that is over there during that straight, he was over there lying, saying that they called a cease, and the people said, "No, the fuck we didn't." And then they just went into peace talks and some other stuff. But meanwhile, what we peacing out for? You started some shit. Like, people don't realize them people doing the Lord's work. And this is why everybody has to realize at this point, whatever's happening, we all are actively a part of it. And if we don't do, whatever we need to do, because they letting these people over here have their insight, they changing names, it's a bunch of stuff happening. Meanwhile, God, we not supposed to move until God tell us to move, and we not supposed to move until we know the full truth, because of the fact that, to me, it looked like they doing the right thing, but to other people, it seemed like they on these people's side. And I'm saying y'all, but they are the aggressor. They out here moving people away from their houses and doing all types of weird shit, and y'all still on their side. But we do know that these people will protect the predator around here. So I don't like that. So false victory had already been called. White horse already showed up. Conquest, domination, or sometimes deception, false peace, or false righteousness. Do y'all know what the Legos are saying? They said that already. So that already happened. So the red horse, war, represents conflict, violence, bloodshed, global or personal warfare. Are we in that right now? Okay. So the black horse, famine, represents scarcity, economic collapse, imbalance in resources, hunger, and hardship. Are we in any of that right now? The pale horse. And this is where I think is, definitely is about to happen. Because remember, I said, once they took away the statistics and people don't realize that this is spreading, I'm literally listening to, I don't know why the fuck Gorilla came across my screen the other day. And she about getting on my nerves too. And I ain't gonna say nothing but, bitch. Anyway, so she trying to convince somebody to be her assistant for $550 a week, talking about they gonna be flying with her, this, that, and the third, and she's steady talking about the fact that they're going to be able to they have to schedule my this, like it's a whole long laundry list of shit. And in my mind, she keeps trying to minimize the list, but bitch, like, something ain't right. And that's weird. Anyway, the process is I'm listening to her talk, right? And between every breath, she wheezing, like it's hard for her to breathe. So I don't know what the hell that was, but bitch, that was strange. But she's steady trying to convince somebody to be her assistant for $550, but she's talking shit like, you're gonna be flying. Bitch, that's for you. That's a benefit for you, and it's a tax write-off. Like, you want somebody to be your runaround gopher, and like, bitch, like, some people need to be like, bitch. That is the weirdest thing for a celebrity to get online and do, and then try to act like trying to minimize, like, it ain't gonna be that much, but it's this, that, and it's basically you want me to be a lifetime babysitter, be your gopher, running around this, like, what the fuck be on these people's mind? If you just sending a person back and forth, this, that, and the third, that alone is $550. And the fact that you want me to call people, do this, that, and like, somebody get her and somebody go talk to her, because I don't know where she thought that was cool or acceptable. Like, get somebody else. I bet you she wouldn't do it for that price. And that's the part that I keep saying, that people just keep showing up talking about shit that they wouldn't even do for themselves. You want somebody to be running around for you for 8 hours a day for, like, she like the government. You want somebody to do a whole lot for fucking nothing. And then listen to you breathing like that on top of that. Bitch, sound like sickness to me. Because I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, why are you wheezing like that? And then you got the nerve to get online and create and record something. Like, I would be wanting to shut the hell up. But, we should all be shutting the hell up, I guess. Anyway, so that was there. So, when people post stuff online, apparently it's going to get a reaction. And that was the only reaction I had. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? And why is she breathing like that? I don't know. The world may never know. But either way, there's stuff that's actively happening because I'm seeing people wear masks. But mind you, we won't know because guess what? They don't have to report nothing. So how's anybody going to know anything connected or related to anybody? But also when people actively go into, places, and mind you, that's another thing. You want somebody to risk their health going into airports and things of that nature where there's a whole lot of people at because the benefit is them flying and being around you. Some of these people is just dumb. Anyway, it comes from the book of Revelation. So just be mindful that as of now, everything else you can probably pinpoint. But the one that ain't like that happened the most yet, which is also part of Psalms 91, the wicked, what it say over here? In Psalms 91, it says, if you say the Lord is my refuge and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against the stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. But up here it say, 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. I know that's the fuck right, because of the shit. And Abby, indeed the fuck we not. It will not come near you. So, that's the prayer, put it in your pocket. Because technically, if you make the Most High your dwelling, and mind you, that's in covenant from beginning to end. God was God before, the books and the people showed up and putting their part in it, giving you information based off of, what they saying or what somebody want to give you. So this is the issue. People not wanting to give you the correct information for you to be able to make your own what is it? Hypothesis, excuse me, or your own conclusion in a situation. They want to tell you what you're supposed to think and how it's supposed to be done. Follow me type vibes. Meanwhile, ain't no good in them. Ain't no good in none of these people. Because if they had some good in you, they would give you the information and allow you to execute it the way that you need to be executing it. So it won't come near you. But mind you, we already actively in all the horses have been released. And we on our way to the last one, it looked like. But mind you, it said the pale horse. So what's pale mean? Because the white one was theirs. What's pale? Matter of fact, let me see. Let me see what color is pale. What that mean? They said we got to ask the right questions because it's a white horse there. It's a black horse there. It's a red horse there. What color is pale? What does a pale horse look like? Let's see. Because I needs to know. If I see that one, I'll let y'all know. Okay. Let me see what their definition of this is. What does a look like? Shit. It say what a pale horse looks like. It says a pale horse, a horse with a pale, sickly color. The word pale comes from the idea of pale green, ash, or corpse-like color. It often appears unnatural, almost deathly or ghost-like. I wonder if that was the one like that man was shaving. This man was shaving a horse. Like, I think that's what it was, or he was shaving. No, I might have been a cow. I don't know. Either way, I was wondering why he was shaving it. He might have been trying to kill it. But anyway, the rider of the pale horse is called Death, and following it is often described as Hades the grave. Hades the grave, sorry. In some translations, it comes from Revelation 6 and 8. Mortality, widespread death. If artists depict it in paintings and illustrations, the pale horse is usually shown as a thin or fading horse, gray, greenish, or ghost white in color, sometimes surrounded by dark or smoky imagery, ridden by a skeleton. I want to know what this would look like. The pale horse is a symbolic image of a deathly pale colored horse representing widespread mortality and endings. I feel like we on our way because, like I told you, I said my dream was the part that I remembered that I was supposed to remember was they took and sank a huge, and I want to say the word giant, but I don't know if it was a giant. It had feet, a foot. That's how I knew it was big like a person. But they chained it up. And matter of fact, let me ask this: Does this even exist? Because does anything remotely close to this exist? My dream was that I saw a huge, giant, or person, or entity placed in a, what is that called? A tanker or a container in the ocean, and it was chained up, and the humans sank it to the bottom. Sorry, y'all, I don't know how to type, but I do. Like this. All right, so let me see if this even exists, or if this was, because I literally dreamt this. So it may be something that exists or not. Abby said, "Oh my god." What dreams like this usually mean? Dreams often build scenes using emotional memory, fear, imagination, not real world events. Your dream has a few symbolic elements. The ocean. Oh, let me tell y'all something else before I tell y'all this, which actually sounded true. So the lady said that they're used to doing water rituals on people, right? Mind you, it rings true if the Statue of Liberty is in the middle of water. Then she referenced Whitney Houston. She referenced uh Christina, anybody that was placed in water and drowned. But mind you, rituals that they do connected to people in society and things of that nature, which made me kind of laugh and think like if a person is trying to, because water holds memory, like water has energy. It's also talking about like how they trying to use them data centers and water and all that other stuff. And she literally was saying that they would do, or they could potentially be trying to do a water ritual on us by even the straight, because water rituals are what they actively do to try to hold us down. So I kept telling y'all, yup, water rituals, Malcolm Jamal, yup, she said Malcolm Jamal Warner. But mind you, this is where they arguing at, in the water. But so do with that information what you will, but definitely said water rituals, okay? Biggest ones, because what are we mostly surrounded by? All right, and what are we mostly made up of? Period. All right, so often, the ocean often represents the unconscious mind, deep emotions, things that you don't fully understand yet. She said, yup, 100% and period. So, things that we don't understand yet. A chained or contained entity. I wonder if it could have been a Statue of Liberty. Maybe that might be it, because literally I told y'all I kept having dreams that it got to be taken down. The Statue of Liberty has to come down because that was not what was on this land. Lady Liberty, which was on this land before they brought that statue over here, is wears a hijab. Like, if y'all look up Lady Liberty, the statue that was here in that water looked like me with a hijab. So maybe that might be what they was trying to say. But anyway, it said, what did they do with that? Maybe that might be the thing. Okay, let me finish this, because now that I'm thinking about it, what did they do with the Lady Liberty statue? Because they better not have sank her and put her to the damn bottom of the ocean. Again, it would be a water ritual, though. It would be taking down what was actually on this land and putting up what they wanted. Now I gotta go looking, because that would be a thing. That's a good question. Yeah. They said we weren't asking the right questions yet. I told you that. Because somebody said yesterday, a guy said, he was talking about the Moroccan, and people don't realize, we all, even the people that was here said at one point in time we all lived together and there was no beef. Like, you might have had issues and arguments and this, that, and the third, but amongst, different somewhere, but they said we all live here together. So one of the guys said, why did we adopt the Muslim or Moroccan or something of that nature? Why an Arabic? Why did we adopt their culture? No, the hell we didn't. It was ours to begin with. Like, what are they talking about? Like, I don't understand that people realize like how long and what areas and what it looked like back then. So if all one people, all one thing, y'all looking at it in the wrong text, the wrong concept. So if you're protecting yourself, because again, like I said, my cover was because of the fact that it was protection for me. If you're protecting yourself, it don't have nothing to do with, and a lot of people think it has something to do with religion. Covering has to do with protection. Had nothing to do with religion. It was protection. It was covenant with you and God. Nothing about religion. It already existed beforehand. It could have been the conditions in the area. It could have just been the clothing, the attire, whatever. But it don't got nothing to do with religion. And if you think it has something to do with religion, then know that all religions do it then. It don't matter what religion you in, somebody still covers in that religion. And so this is where I think the brain, the mentality, or what you were trying to hold on to don't make sense. And so you have to go and kind of look and read and see what existed before they started adding whatever it was. It was another lady yesterday, and she was saying how apparently at Coachella, there's a group of African guys, and apparently they're well known in their area. But mind you, what it sounds like to the people over here, because I was reading the comments and they were saying, well, just because it's not that we don't know, we just not into that. Mind you, it is still them developing the culture that looks like over here. And I feel like people don't realize, like, we are the culture. We are a culture. Black people in general, black people as a whole, anybody that is classified as black, that wants to be classified as black, we are the culture. And so you can't say you've been here for this many years, hundreds of thousands of years, and then all of a sudden somebody comes along and it ain't been over, 10,000 years. And just because they didn't corrupted the system in a way that, now it seems like it's off, or it's just not making sense. We are the culture. We are the culture. So I don't get it. And that's not being, anything other than, if we go through history, if we go through, DNA, like, we're the culture. So it shouldn't really be an argument back and forth. You can't tell me that. And like I said, for everybody that keep talking, y'all don't realize y'all keep saying something about the American people, but y'all are the same too. I just literally seen a video that I had for y'all too, where the lady is talking about it's either China or Japan is being colonized right now because they're telling them about their fucking beaches or something that they got, whatever it is. But mind you, they're being colonized right now, and they're saying it's everywhere. It is everywhere. And if we don't stop it, or if we don't, figure it out, whatever they keep talking about is going to happen. This is why knowing history and obtaining the history back, the real one, the right one, what's important, what was here, what was it, how did this happen, how, why, how is it playing out right now? That's why that's important. And that's why I keep also saying that we can't keep at turning a blind eye to, Spain and places that had a hand in, whatever it was. Because these are the reasons why a lot of things are not exist in a way that, we can remember or that it should be, because of stuff and places like that. So, Rome, France, like, they be quiet, but don't let them be quiet. They definitely be, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. A lot of them. Um, Something powerful being controlled or suppressed, emotions, memories, or fears that feel locked away, pressure or restraint, something not allowed to rise up. Then it has a giant or entity, often represents something overwhelming in your life, fear, authority, pressure, or a big unresolved issue. Sometimes it's your own inner power, emotions. Being sunk to the bottom can suggest something being buried or pushed deep down, trying to contain something instead of dealing with it. Emotional suppression or avoidance. So then it says, in grounded interpretation, it would be your mind may be suppressing something powerful, emotional, or overwhelming, or that feels contained, controlled, or pushing deep down, not gone. This is a very common and intense or vivid dream, but I didn't put in there that whatever lives down there is basically saying it's about to be released, like they're getting ready to let it go. Especially during stress, change, or emotional buildup. So it says important clarity. There is no evidence of real entities like this existing in oceans or being hidden there. Okay, so apparently, because I told y'all I was literally made to remember that part. I'm supposed to say that. So dreams are not external events; they are internal experiences created by your brain. She said, right. So chat can stop gaslighting. Girl, it do all the time. That's why I'm be paying it no mind. But also that's why I didn't put in the other part too, because I just wanted to see what it was going to say. Because we know the programmers. It says dreams are not external events; they are internal experiences created by your brain. But mind you, like I said, once I seen that, because it looked like a bunch of stuff around it, and it was the stuff that was around it was meant to conceal what they were dumping. And so I don't know who did that. I don't know why it was important, but that was what I was supposed to remember. Okay, so do with that information what y'all will. So we're gonna go back up here because we supposed to get to the message. I did the prayer. Oh, so it talks about again. So we was going into different things. So I got a couple of vocabulary words that we was gonna put on the table today. Why? Because it was important. Um, Things that we needed to know. Why everyone matters into this system. Also, it was about changing the world because Nas was important. You know the song "If I Rule the World." If you ruled the world, what would you do? Like something that you could give to everybody. So this is, a group effort. Something that you don't mind sharing. If you ruled the world and you could change it for the better, what would be the one thing that you would do? You don't got to give us the one that you want to hide. Give us something that it don't matter if anybody knew. So if there was something that was being, is at the top of your list and you don't mind sharing it, what would be something that you would do right now in this society to make it different, better, or make it evolve? So what we really need to know, that you can feel whatever's happening already. Something in your life isn't sitting right anymore. That's not anxiety, it's awareness. You've outgrown something that is still trying to hold on to you. A person, a habit, a mindset, a version of yourself, and deep down you know it. Um, mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. All right. Y'all don't forget, if there's something that you can share, please share. Read this carefully, just so you know. It's saying staying where you've outgrown, staying where you've outgrown will start you to feeling like suffering, or will start to feel like suffering. So that's why you feel irritated, drained, unmotivated, or disconnected. So it's not that something is wrong with you. It's something that is no longer right for you. So this situation, this simulation, this moment in time, not right for you. I would put all like-minded groups together. Girl, you sound like, see what I'm saying? Period. I like that. I like that idea because I don't want to take away from nobody like what y'all want to do. But I feel like as long as it ain't taking away nobody's free will, put your ass with them people. That's why I said the other people, hey dad, good morning. The people that want to be over here doing that, like, let them take their money and go over there. Not on over here though with us. How you doing this morning, dad? So reality check. You don't need more time. You don't need another sign. You don't need closure from them. You need to make a decision. Abby said, for real, for real. Dream Truth. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. The awesome Davis Carter. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Mr. Nobody. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Dad, how you doing this morning? What's happening right now, illusions are breaking, attachments are being tested, and the truth is becoming harder to ignore because y'all see this shit the same way everybody else see it. Anything built on inconsistency, confusion, or half effort is being exposed because we're not allowing people to get away with that. Like, don't be a good for nothing, go along ass, get along ass bitch. And I'm not gonna let you make me think that basic human needs and necessities is asking for too much because it's not. What you need to accept. Some people just won't understand you, but some people do understand you. They just don't, some don't value enough to do better. Some people do value enough to do better. And that's your answer every time. So some people understand you, they just don't value you enough to do better. And some people don't understand you and they just don't know how to do better. All right. This moves, so stop explaining your boundaries, stop chasing clarity from people who create confusion, stop chasing potential over reality. Remember, I told y'all that in 2022, we are no longer chasing potential. If you won't accept it the way that it is at that moment in time, you don't want it. And you could know and 1,000 times in your mind that it's going to be better and it's going to do better, but don't expect nothing from nobody. Just whatever this is, do you want it? Point blank, period. Choose what chooses you back fully. And that's another thing. A lot of people be choosing people, places, and things that don't really want them at all, period. This thing says you have been selected. See what I'm saying? It says choose a line, choose what chooses you back fully. And then my thing says on Google, you have been selected. Thank you for what? I don't know. So anyway, we have, I no longer stay where I feel unsure. I trust what I feel out without needing validation, and I choose alignment over attachment, period. All right, so this is the thing. Stop abandoning yourself for everybody, because right now it says you're in the reset. And most people don't make it out the same. But I also said some people ain't gonna make it out. Because guess what? When that glitch hit, some people, right there, right where it's at, right? And it is one of those things, how they say survival of the fit, but I don't even really want to say it like that. It is stop abandoning yourself for other people. Because some people will die on that hill and let somebody else live. Don't do that. Because just because you think that a person would do that for you, they won't. They will not. And I don't care who it is. They won't. And some of y'all, you'll be thinking, oh, my kids, this, and the third. Some of y'all kids are selfish too, just so y'all know. So stop abandoning yourself. Do it for you. Not for love, not for approval, not to keep the peace, not to avoid being alone. Because almost everything broken in this world traces back to that. Stop abandoning yourself. People lie because they abandon their truth. People stay in harm because they abandon their worth. People hurt others because they abandon their accountability. An entire system stay broken because people abandon what they know is right for what is easier. Stop abandoning yourself. Show up for yourself first. And don't care who says, oh, you're being selfish because they wouldn't do it for you, I promise you. So do with that information what you will. The shift that changes everything. Imagine if people told the truth. Imagine if people couldn't lie to you. Imagine if we lived in a society where nobody could tell a lie actively. And even though we live in a society where nobody can really tell the truth, tell a lie, because technically, even in a lie, there's still a truth. But just imagine if that was the thing. That was you talking to a person, it was straight up. Imagine if people told the truth, even when it was uncomfortable. If they left what didn't honor them instead of enduring it. Even if they took responsibility instead of projecting it. That alone would change relationships, families, community, and everything. Like, a lot of y'all wouldn't be around the people that y'all be around today if y'all really knew the thoughts that they have. Now just imagine that. Everything that a person thought, everything that was really, really real, everything that was really, really true. How many, and even in yourself. Because I'm sure y'all done sat around some people once or twice and thought something that, you definitely probably hope that they didn't think. Or you done something that you may not have wanted them to know. Like, how many of y'all would still be around the people if everybody literally told the truth about everything? Half y'all wouldn't even know half the people y'all know right now, I promise you. The hard truth, you don't lose yourself all at once. You lose yourself in small moments. When you say yes but mean no. When you ignore your intuition. And I started this off what I said. How many of y'all have done something that your mind told you not to do, and then you did it anyway, and then later on you say, I knew I shouldn't have did that. I should have trusted my first mind. Stop looking at everything as just he and put she back in motion. It's everything. Dream truth, you must have just got here because we be talking about everything. So it's just because I said that don't mean that I'm a female. So of course I would be saying, so put it how it resonates to you. Um, you know, but we talking about everybody. Even when I said, if you love me, prove it, it was talking even about yourself. So, you must be new here. We talk about it all, okay? Everybody's accountable around here. So this is how the disconnect begins. So what the world needs more of is people who choose truth over image. She said, a long time ago, I had a friend that said, listen to what is said, but listen to what's not said. Exactly. They show you how they feel. And period. That's why we was talking about that. People going to have to start showing up as to, you can't tell me that you love me. You have to prove it. Because actions speak louder than words. Love is an action word. People be saying they love you all day long and be doing the most foulest shit to you in your face and behind your back. So there's that. What the world needs more of is people who choose truth over image, peace over attachment, growth over comfort, integrity over validation. Because a lot of these mother suckers around here ain't got no integrity, ain't got no morals, ain't got no values, ain't got no boundaries. But guess what? Because you're in the limelight, because you claim to be a person, people will validate you and say, or what they call it, it's he's valid, and they not. Somebody asked me yesterday because on my stream it says I want to be the greatest streamer ever, right? Let me see. Let me make sure what it says. Oh, I said, what's the title over here? It say hurry it up please and thank you. If it ever shows up. It says dun, 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 dun. One day I'm going to be the greatest streamer of them all, right? And so the other day it said just a woman, trying to make it something, something or another, right? But the person asked me yesterday, why do I want to be the greatest streamer of them all? And I said, because I want to do great things in a world that are positive, that, I want to be able to speak the truth and not have to sugarcoat nothing. I want to be able to, if I don't know, I don't know. If I can help you fix it, figure it out, those are the things that I want to do, because I noticed that there's a lot of people, and this is the reason why I love Cardi B too. I noticed that because she does the same exact thing. She is who she is on her platform, but off of her platform, she's a person, and she tells people about the stuff that happens in the world, in the real world. And even though she said the other day, she could get targeted because she's telling the truth and speaking out, she's still going to do it. I think that's the reason why she's blessed, because there's a lot of people who won't say nothing because the powers that be, they're afraid. And so if you are really placed there by God, it don't matter who thinks they're in control. They can't take your stardom from you because they weren't the ones that put you there. Only people who are standing behind demons are worried about demons taking them the hell down. It's like what I said about people that are protecting the predator. Why are y'all protecting the predator and not the victims? Meanwhile, it's a thing in society that this is what's happening. The up is down and the down is up, and what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. Like y'all be out here condoning bullshit ass behavior and then act like we didn't just see you condone bullshit ass behavior. And I use that example of the woman that stood up in church and said that the pastor did this, and this to her. And instead of them rallying around the lady, they all circled around this person, helping this person. Oh, that was a weakness, da 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 da. Like, that's weird. And it could be a weakness, this, that, and the third, but why? When are y'all gonna ever protect the women and the children or the victims of the situation? When are y'all gonna ever do the right thing by society? Why are y'all out here? And I could use, Jesus. People will come in my thing all the time. Jesus is da 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 da. First and foremost, even Jesus says Jesus ain't God, but y'all can't tell me that y'all love Jesus, because if y'all did, y'all wouldn't have let the little bit of people that was there crucify him. Y'all would have laid down y'all like to help him fight, and y'all didn't even do that. So why y'all always out here acting like y'all really are, standing for something when y'all not standing for nothing? Y'all say y'all love God, and y'all don't come godly. Y'all don't move in love. Y'all always moving in hate. Y'all always talking about something that don't make sense to me. Cause God ain't that. Y'all said y'all God is love, but then you come over here poking and name calling and all types of stuff. Meanwhile, I ain't said nothing, but God was God before y'all started, praising the books and the people that's in it. Y'all don't even praise God. Y'all be praising everything around it. But when God show up and God send y'all something that's good, y'all try to kill it. Y'all try to destroy it. Y'all try to manipulate it. Y'all lie to it. Y'all don't love God. You love yourself. So if everyone did this one thing, listen to themselves, trust what they feel, and stop listening to the people that told you what to think, how to feel. This is what you're supposed to do. Because I told y'all, when everything, happens and transpires, because they say, when revelations and during the time, everybody going to be around because everybody still got to get judged the same exact way. And if that's the case and that's true, and after my judgment and, I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I pray that I'm allowed to listen to the people that get rejected based off of the fact that you didn't do anything but listen to what they told you. And you was out here worshiping idols, books, and people that God didn't tell you to do that. So, maybe that might be wrong, but either way, do with that information what you will. Because again, if you love God, you would be checking these people and telling them that they wrong. I done seen people this one dude that was on TikTok was saying that this man did all these ungodly things to him from the time he was this age, this, that, and the third. But mind you, the whole congregation rallying around the pastor. The pastor wouldn't do that, da da da. This boy described everything, including what's on the nigga's balls, but yet y'all still rallying around the pastor. Nigga, that's crazy to me. And you ain't got to have no judgment, but the fact that you still go to church every day, sitting underneath for there, just clapping along while they doing dirt. I done had people say, I done heard something about people's wives knowing this, that, and the third. And mind you, they leaving the kids still with the people, with the predator. Bitch. You wouldn't need as much healing because there would be less damage. So if everyone did this one thing, listen to themselves, trust what they feel, and act in alignment with it, you wouldn't need as much healing because there would be less damage. So trust your first mind. But also make sure it's your first mind and not their first mind, what they told you. She said a whole shame. And Abby, you ain't never fucking lied. So everything changes when you stop leaving yourself behind. That's a major key. So why is everyone important to the system? I just already told y'all. You're going to get a different perception or perspective than I will get. And mind you, you have to search it for yourself. I can't just give it to you and you just think that, okay, you got it. Because I got it for me. You have to get it for yourself. And even if we reading the same thing, even if we learning the same thing, even if we all here going through Earth School, having a human experience, we have to understand that we are our lights, our light body, our soul. And so this is the experience. My experience ain't gonna be your experience. Your experience ain't gonna be my experience. You don't have to try to force feed me your experience for me to have it the same exact way. But a lot of people will do that. You have to have this experience the same way I experience it. No, the fuck I don't. I'm not you. Your understanding is not my understanding. Neither vice versa. My journey ain't yours. It may be similar. It may look something, the same. We may have to go through similar lessons. Different people, different strokes, different folks. Because no system, whether it's society, a community, or even a family, works without independence, interdependence. Every person plays a role, even if it's not obvious. You may think you're just a little small fry to the system. Meanwhile, God got bigger things in store for you. Other people may look at you as a small fry into the system. Meanwhile, God already chose you to do big things. Before you were born, I told you, in the book of Jubilees, they call it the lesser Genesis, right? It talks about where during creation, as God was creating earth, the heaven, the moon, stars, and everything else all around it, God already said that Jacob would be his first son. And whether or not anybody wants to talk about anybody or anything else, he said Jacob specifically. Jacob's bloodline, whether or not there was people that came before Jacob, he didn't mention them. He mentioned Jacob specifically. Jacob will be my first son. Mind you, Jacob was born as a twin, the second twin. On earth, right here, right now, there's another book, the Bible, that says that Jacob stole from Esau. But in another book that's in text right here on earth at the same damn time, God spoke about Jacob before he was even born and said that Jacob was the one for the blessing. But somehow some people came along and they decided that we just gonna manipulate the story. That story was written before their story. They decided to reword it and change it and give a different narrative. But in a book that was already here in existence before they started corrupting, it said, Jacob will be my first son. Jacob was the one that was given the blessing. And it wasn't about who came out first. It was about the one that was given the blessing, the one that was chosen. But somebody thinks they're bigger than God. Every person plays a role, even if it's not obvious. So a system is like having a network. Some people lead, some people build, some people support, some people challenge, some people expose what's broken. Even the ones who seem out of place often force growth or change. Like I keep telling y'all about that man up there. I don't care about who got the seat. What I care about is the fact that everything being exposed, we wouldn't have got that if that lady had been put in a position. She would have been like everybody else, sweeping shit under the rug. And we can't tell God how to do a thing. So guess what? Nobody chose either one. He said it. We stole it. We manipulated the numbers. We did this. He said it out of his mouth. I ain't say it. My friend, such and such, this nigga over here, that's good with computers, those is his words. So the debate about going back and forth about who voted for who and who chose da-da-da-da-da, why y'all arguing about that? It's almost like nobody hears it. This man has repeated this shit so many times that it's starting to make me wonder, do y'all understand English? He said it over and over again. I didn't vote for him, but it didn't matter who voted for him. It was going to be what God put into place. Now all the stuff is being given. Do we like the fact that, whatever is happening is happening? No. But if you ask for the truth, don't tell God how to deliver it. And sometimes it's hard things that have to happen in order for the truth to be told or exposed. We may not like how, this thing hit this nursery over here and these, people expired. But then this came out of the system. It wasn't done in vain, but mind you, God already knew that was going to happen because God was talking about Jacob beforehand, like it was already a playbook. Mind you, they took it and they don't want to tell you that it exists. Mind you, the people that's still sitting up there, even like I said about the debate between this person and the V. Like, I don't want, whatever God wants to happen, that's what I want to happen. And whether or not somebody got a beef and whether or not somebody got expired, including me, for it to be told, please tell the truth, God. Make it happen and make it so. Because a lot of y'all be very comfortable in the fact that, you just walk around here, everything's all good. Meanwhile, it's trauma in other people's countries. And because y'all ain't felt it yet, you just get up every day and, care less. But until it hits home, nobody's going to care. Until there's destruction and disaster. I told y'all it was a planned planned building being taken down in Miami the other day. And the people that didn't know it was planned thought, something hit it. They screaming and hollering. And then in the background, you hear the people saying, no, it was planned, it was planned, it was planned. What about the people in places that it don't be planned? Y'all don't care about them because it's not you. It's not your kids. It's not your situation. Nobody's going to care about nothing until it's them. That's like how I said about the people. Like, I think we breathe in the same air. I could be wrong, but literally I'm hearing, people in governments and stuff saying, well, the U.S. does this to their people. Bitch, he doing it to everybody, including y'all, because the air is the air, ain't it? Maybe there's a shield between this location and that location. But I literally just told y'all, if y'all look at the map, on the map, if you just look at Google and look at a whole world map, and over here it be the US, right? And then you got to fly clear across here to get to Australia. But if you actually pull the map over, US be right here, and although Australia is right here on that, when you pull it over, Australia be right here, like literally right here. Why the fuck are y'all putting it like it's a long ass trip when the bitch go this way? Why are they actively trying to confuse the system? Why are you creating a country that's bigger than other ones when that country ain't as big as this one and everything can fit in this one? It is literal confusion, intentional confusion. It's not done by accident. It's done to suppress your mind, to make you think that you're small, to make you think that something is further away than it really is. Literally, Australia is right here. But if you make the map this way, it's clear across here. Pull it up. I ain't lying to you. You don't got to listen to nothing I say. Pull that shit up. It's all an illusion. They're doing it intentionally. And you can choose to stay in that and not look it up for yourself. But I promise you, the minute you see it, you can't unsee it. When the map pulls up, have it like this, and then swipe it to the side and watch how them things change. Watch how the position changes. Like, I ain't got no reason to come to y'all, tell y'all no damn lies. I looked it up for myself. That's the same exact reason why when the person came into my channel the other day, and I keep telling people I don't know everything. Person says, Google how long black people been here. Google it. I Googled it. 200 to 400,000 years. As to their calculations. Google how long white people been here. 7,000 to 8,000 years. You mean to tell me y'all only been here this long and y'all been fucking up the system? Y'all ain't even been here that long for y'all to have so much fuckery in your system. I'm going to be inclined to think that if we allow you to get 200, 300 years around here, like, this place ain't going to exist. Because in 7,000 to 8,000 years, y'all done fucked it up entirely too bad. That's crazy. Y'all don't care about nothing. So Google it. You don't have to trust me. You don't have to believe me. Mind you, just so you know, they would have already started throwing alerts because these niggas don't let me say nothing. Okay? So even the ones who seem out of place often force change or growth. So the deeper truth, not just motivational, this is the truth. This is rooted in a real concept called system theory. It basically says everything in the system is connected and each part affects the whole. So if one part is missing, ignored, or malfunctioning, the entire system shifts. We off balance. God is calling for restoration. We have to be the change that makes the change. If we lay down and go along to get along, we got choices. We disrupt the system, get them gone, and do what we need to do and bring the system into stasis, or we allow them to keep doing it and they implode the whole system. That's your choices. Choose wisely. So why this matters? Because we can tell within 7,000 to 8,000 years of them being here, this system is definitely fucked up. You done been here 200 to 400,000 years and you was in peace. Never this close to demise and destruction for the whole entire earth. What the hell did that tell you? It's weird. So not because everyone is the same, but because everyone is positioned differently. You have to a perspective, have the perspective no one else has, experience that shapes you how to respond, influence even small on the people around you. Even small actions ripple outward. Birds of a feather flock together. So I was listening to a story, right? And so, you know how men would be like, I don't want my woman hanging around with hoes. If you hang around with hoes, then you'll be a hoe. Niggas be saying, the females be saying, I don't want my man hanging around with no niggas that's basically out here messing with every female, because then you'll be messing with every female. So everybody say, no, I'm my own person, right? And then y'all don't realize, because remember, what if everybody could tell the truth? And what if you could really hear what these people be saying? A lot of y'all would realize that y'all friends and family that be doing weird shit be liking your partner, or your partner be liking your friends and family, or even this. So I was listening to a story and a guy said, put your hands down if at once upon a time when you was younger, your mom and dad was together, then your mom moved out because your dad da 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 da. Anyway, long story short, one of the things is that the wife moved out to live with the friend because the husband, was doing whatever. Come to find out, during this process of the story, the mom finds out that the friend that she moved in with, was sleeping with the husband. So then she couldn't live there no more. So she had to go live somewhere else. Hold on. Before that happened, she moved in with the friend, not knowing that the friend had slept with her husband. The friend now introduces her to somebody else. Some of y'all don't realize that people want your life. They really want your life, to the tune of they will manipulate, lie, cheat, and steal. Do y'all remember the angels? This is how serious this is. Y'all not realizing celestial beings, angels, actively had beef with you. And mind you, was allowed to be next to God, walk around God, know things that God knows, infinite knowledge. And they were still jealous of you. So much so that when they got cast out of heaven, their whole entire goal is to prove God that you were wrong about those things that you coveted more than us. Like, you love them, you told us to bow to them. I want to prove to you that these entities, these beings, ain't nothing. So those same entities and beings will go to whisper to you and start telling you stuff because they want you out of covenant just as bad as they are. So it is the equivalent of somebody not being able to get something, and because they don't want you to get it either, they keep telling you a bunch of bullshit so you can stay in the negative. So how many of y'all have had experiences? Because I done had an experience, a person that, damn sure a nigga that I might have been trying to talk to, and I could, justify it here and there. And then this person came along, they wanted their cousin to mess with the person, this, that, and the third. And then later on down the line, they tried to mess with my baby daddy. Well, did mess with my baby daddy, this, that, and the third. So it was a thing where people always trying to jump their ass in front of you. Meanwhile, the nigga that they had a baby with was, whatever it was before you. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, it be a thing. Like, y'all not realizing certain people, their intentions and their goals is always to jump in front of you or to prove to themselves. Because some people will think, oh, well, you're pretty, this, that, and the third, but I want to prove that I can get everything they could get. Some of these people is just that way. And that was an experience I had to learn, because literally, one time I was even talking to a person, right? not talking to a person, this person like this person. And unlike the other people, I actually went to the person and asked, do you like this person? They said no. I started dating the person. You know what they did? Try to now go behind my back and do some shit, and got mad because the person, didn't want to do whatever it was after the fact. But I literally asked the person, do you like this nigga? No, I don't like him. But after they found out me and the nigga was fucking around, then all of a sudden they liked them. And then I was the bad guy. Never told anybody that was in the friend group that basically she asked me that. I literally asked. I didn't just do shit. I asked. Person said no. But I learned to stop asking after bitches wasn't asking me shit. And now, Cardi B said, and I ain't say shit when bitches out here fucking mine. Outside nigga, like, yeah, don't ask me nothing. I don't care who's connected to who, what, this, that, and the third. If God say it's mine, bitch, it's mine. Talk to God about it. And period. So with that being said, one person choosing honesty instead of lying, growing instead of staying stuck, accountability instead of blaming, can change a relationship, which can change a household, which can change influence, a community. That's how systems evolve, through individual shifts. So everybody's important to the system. Everybody is important to the system, no matter how small of a part that you think you play. So what people misunderstand, being important doesn't mean being famous, rich, or seen at all, period. Because guess what? I didn't ask to be any of them. I just asked to be able to take care of myself. So your presence and choices have impact, whether you realize it or not. Even opting out affects the system. Even if you don't do something, if no decision is a decision. Even if you say, I don't want to do it, get somebody else to do it. It has a effect. Literally, when God be trying to tell y'all to do something and y'all hear God plain and clear tell y'all to do something and y'all second guess, then somebody else got to be lined up to be able to do it. That's why when a message gets given, I watched it play out. A message gets given. I decided at the time I didn't want to do, or I might have been busy during the readings, right? When the tarot thing was happening in 2020, right? I would literally see somebody else deliver the message. Or mind you, sometimes it's a confirmation, because literally once the signal is being given, whoever picks it up is going to be who do it. If you think of something, guess what? Somebody else thought of it too. You have to execute it. Get it done. Or else it's going to be done elsewhere. Like, people be hard-headed. Like, mind you, even that same Book of Jubilees, it said people hard-headed. Some people going here and not just do it because they don't feel comfortable in doing it. They don't want to do it. They scared to do it. They doing it. The person that is called to do it, if it's you, God gonna make sure you do it. Like, it gives Jonah designated time, divine timing. It's gonna be done, but it's gonna be done. So take it how it resonates. Anyway, the responsibility that comes with that. You don't have to carry the world, but you are responsible for how you show up in it with your part of it. How you treat people, what you tolerate, what you contribute, what you normalize. And if y'all normalize protecting a predator, guess where we are right now? In the fucking Twilight Zone. Because y'all been normalizing protecting predators. From grandmom, great grandmom, and on down into the system. And now y'all just normalize, oh, it's survival. You got to learn to survive. That's not fucking surviving. That's weird. Stop protecting the predators. The system isn't built on a few important people. It's shaped by everyone participating in it. And everybody got to participate in it. This is why y'all starting to realize when certain people, they thought the government got too big for their britches in certain places, the people rallied together and guess what? Took it on down. Y'all don't deserve having power over people. Why do you want to have power over people you don't like? That is the weirdest thing. And mind you, why do you want to have power over people anyway? Even if you are the God-given leader to do something, it is a group effort. It's the collective. How do we make this thing work? And anybody that ever gets chosen in leadership, because it be the thing, I'll be trying to fall back all the damn time, but somehow I get put in the position to be the organizer of something. And guess what? people fail to realize even that job, most people that get it don't really want it, but when they do, they show up like they're supposed to, because what we know and what we honor is this: if we win, it's the group, it's the collective win. If we lose, it's my fault, and I know that, because what did I not do to make sure that we evolve the way we were supposed to, or to grow the way we were supposed to grow? I'm not going to talk nobody into doing nothing that I'm not going to be willing to do. Like this nigga up here talking about some people sign up for war. Tell him to do it. Tell him to do it. He ain't going to want to do it. Why? Because he know that shit ain't right. Anybody that's leading anybody to do something, I'm not going to tell you to do something that I'm not willing to fucking do. It's common sense. If they not willing to do it, I wouldn't follow them no fucking where. You send your kids and you go first. Show us what we need to be doing. If you're not willing to do it, I don't think nobody should do that. Nobody should follow nothing that this nigga saying based off of y'all kids are dying, your husbands are dying, your wives are dying, everybody's dying. But mind you, this nigga up here just making all irrational decisions and whatnot. Maybe that's what, God wishes for him to do, but also maybe God wishes for us to stand up and say, we ain't doing it. We not doing that. It's not right. You want us to go to war for something, but mind you, the war is right here. People outside of us is laughing, talking about some, oh, this, that, and the third, but it's because we not standing up for nothing no way. We just rolling over and letting these people do whatever they doing, and then before it's too late, guess what? They gonna been and had us again, and we ain't saying nothing. But mind you, it's not just us, it's everybody. So anybody watching it and you live in a different country, yo ass too. Because I just told y'all how long they been here. How long you been here? Same scenario. She said, or they play fake busy. When I remove myself from the equation, they'll find a way. And don't they? I'm trying to tell you. See, listen. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. That be some real shit. So in the equation, the system isn't built on a few important people. It's shaped by everyone participating in it. But everybody also need to know how to play their part. It's even as simple as, I hate when a side bitch don't know they a side bitch. Like, if you a side bitch, let's be the side bitch. I don't need you talking. And if I am a side bitch, guess what? And I'm only using this for something funny, because I don't want to be nobody's side bitch. But, if you're a side bitch, be a side bitch. If you the leader, be the leader. If you're an Indian, be the Indian. If you're a pigeon, be a fucking pigeon. Play your position, whatever it is. If you want to be the boss nigga, I'm going to need some boss nigga shit. Or boss, bitch, whatever it is. Whatever it is, know your position and know how to play it. So back to what I was saying, just using that as a thing. If you're a side bitch, why is you talking? You get paid to shut the hell up. And if you're trying to keep a side bitch, know that you have to pay for her to shut the hell up. Everybody got to play their role, okay? Just know that. That's it. That's all. So what happens next isn't pre-locked. It's shaped in real-time choices, reactions, interactions, because we don't know what the hell's going to happen. We make plans and God laughs. Excuse me. And that's a fact. People are making moves that create outcomes. So you being a part of the system. Everyone is being called to awareness, to wake up. It's like, shaking the system. That's why the tables is shaking, right? Wake up, pay attention. Big outcomes come from lots of small actions interacting together. This person wakes up when it's time. This person wakes up when it's time. This person wakes up when it's time. And it's amazing to see people when they do wake up. It's also a little traumatizing too to see people when they wake up too, because these would be the same people that, called you crazy in the process, and then they start talking about stuff and you be like, welcome to the party. I've been telling you that. But you didn't understand it when I was telling you before. Now you see what we talking about. Like, people don't realize, even the people that be seeing shit, that be aware of stuff, we be really sometimes thinking like, man, what happened? Like, why? It would be nice to go back to the ignorance is bliss, when I didn't have to always see something for what it is. Like, okay, even in the process, this number could mean this, but mind you, 47 is attached and tied to a demon. Which demon is it? They don't want to tell me. Now I got to go look it up somewhere else, because I know that number came up because they gave me numerology, because it's the fluff that happens. But mind you, which demon is number 47? Because we got to know the name in order to be able to deal with it. That's the reason why it came up. Take it how it resonates. Big outcomes come from lots of small actions interacting together. No one person controls everything, but many people acting at once, creating something bigger than any of them could have ever. So in real life, one person speaks up, it gives someone else courage. Someone leaves a toxic situation, it shifts the whole dynamic. One decision changes timing, which changes opportunity for somebody else. It's like a chain reaction, not a locked door. So I was watching something again, pissing me the fuck off, because people are really starting to get on my nerves. Instead of them helping this girl, there's a nigga trying to put a bitch in a car. And somebody may think that, oh, they do this all the time. But this is actively kidnapping. It's a gang of people, men, women, and everybody else standing around watching this man beat on this girl, and this girl having to fight for her life because this nigga's trying to put her in a car, and somebody's actively recording. Nobody's calling the police. Then what's going to happen is, if he actually gets her in a car and he takes her wherever he takes her, and he does something to her that ends her life, everybody that was there is going to be saying, oh, I'm so sorry that happened, but y'all was the fucking people that was there that could have made a difference between her life and her death, and y'all chose to fucking video record. In all of these cases, it always makes me think like, it better, none of this ever, somebody that is actively around and can stop a situation, and then they don't, and it ends up in something that, is the demise. I'm coming back to haunt every fucking body, like in all the worst ways. And I'm just saying that only because it's like, that's gonna be your karma behind it, because ain't no way y'all should have stood there and watched this girl get slammed on the ground. He could have accidentally killed her. Like, literally, by throwing her down on the ground the way he did, like, he could have hurt that girl. But this girl is fighting as hard as she can, small, and it's a billion people around recording. This is what the time that we live in. There's another concept called the butterfly effect. Some small actions can lead to big, unpredictable changes over time. So what you do does matter, but not because you're holding a secret key, to the program, to the system, but technically it's your secret key to the system, because you're part of the cause and effect. This happened in order for this to happen, in order for this to happen, in order for this to happen. It's the thing that I said. We may not like how it's playing out, but that happened. The fact that they did that, they hacked the system, they put somebody there, is the reason why all of these things are starting to roll out. We may not like how it's being rolled out, but do you like having the truth? Or do you want things to continue to be swept under the rug, to where it's like millions of fucking files and anything else that's being given and talked about, and everybody knew about it, everybody whispered about it, in their groups, but nobody really did anything about it? God get them. Please and thank you. And again, to me, that seems like the whole the whole entire system is liable. Crimes against humanity, war crimes, not just one person, everybody. Everybody that sits there, that holds a seat, that, like, make everybody accountable. That way, later on, nobody will do that. If you only make a certain amount of people, accountable, they'll learn how to sweep it under the rug a little bit more. You'll teach them how to lock their doors a little tighter and to, kind of manipulate a little better. No, charge the whole system. Everybody has to be held accountable, because when you knew, when you got involved, when you seen it, and everybody got their own thing going on, because there's some other people that's doing some other stuff that they actively, you know what I mean? So everybody needs to be held accountable, period. Everyone's choices contribute to shaping what's next. So understand that. Then we got the definitions: knowledge, understanding, wisdom, execution, delivery, follow through, and the difference with every single one of them. So we already did this the other day too, same exact way. She said, and I feel like it's a spiritual court, because every time you mention world court, that's what it gives. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally even actively talking to God about it, like all of them. Because people, just like the video that I played, and they said they calling for that man to be arrested, they should be calling for all of them. So if it's a world court and y'all can basically do something like the whole entire, everybody need to be dealt with. And Ibrahim Traore, I seen a video, because it was saying Lebanese, when democracy got involved, every time democracy gets involved, it starts to taint the system. So something has to be done differently, because these people are only out for themselves, and they should not be. Ain't no way you should be in control of people you don't like, or trying to be in control of people you don't like. And ain't no way that the people that you don't like should allow you to be in control of them. So that's also a us issue, because once we realized it, you should fight for your life, period. Your life, your future life, this, that, and the third. Because ain't no way. That just seems to be weird to me. And then these people, the way they fucking talk, like, it's crazy how you talk and then you claim to be connected to God. That's strange to me. So knowledge, the definition of knowledge is information, facts, or skills you've learned through study, experience, and observation. And it keeps being a thing, because guess what? The more you know, the more you grow. And every time we play it, and for me, it is sinking into my system. The etymology of knowledge comes from English, Old English, meaning know, recognize, related to Proto-Germanic "new," to perceive or understand. In real life, you know something is fact stored in your mind. Understanding, definition, is the ability to grasp the meaning, concept, or why behind knowledge. Etymology comes from Old English, understanding, literally to stand among or in the midst of, meaning to comprehend deeply. In real life, you get how and why something works. Wisdom, definition, the ability to apply knowledge and understanding with good judgment, insight, and timing. So etymology is Old English. It means wise, knowledgeable, and dom, state or condition. So in real life, you know what to do, when to do it, and what matters most. Execution, definition, an act of putting a plan, idea, or knowledge into action. Etymology is Latin, to follow out, carry out, or to perform. You do it. Delivery, how something is presented, communicated, or carried out to others. So Old French, deliverer, set free, hand over. Mind you, I'm giving y'all the etymology, but do you hear a common thread in the etymology of something? Like, it be telling y'all, I told y'all, the truth is right there. It's telling you the culprits of certain things. Old French, Old English. Didn't I say French, Spain, Rome? It's showing you where these things is rooted from and who did it, where it comes from. Why did it not come from an older place than them? We also talking about words. Words are important. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Whether or not you realize it or not, words are spells. I can literally speak to the universe and start making things happen. God, get them. Please and thank you. Even the ones that threw rocks and are hiding their hands right now, actively acting like they're good people when they're not. They're calling for things on other countries and places, but mind you, they're sitting in position, even still, hiding what they did. It's telling you who's responsible for what. So etymology is modern English compounded with 20th century. So this is a follow through. Basically, this is new. So this will be us. The act of continuing, completing, and finishing what was started. Etymology, modern English compounded with the 20th century follow through to carry something to completion. What I tell you, what law is that? Number 27 or 29? You finish it and you stay consistent. The difference, this is the key part. So knowledge is you have the information. Understanding, you comprehend the information. Wisdom, you know how to use it correctly. Execution, you take action on it. Delivery, you present or apply it effectively. Follow through, you stay consistent and complete it. Don't let up off of it. Real world example. Knowledge, you know that drinking water is good for you. Understanding, you know how hydration affects your body. Wisdom, you choose to drink water instead of soda regularly. And I'm using this for myself because y'all know I told y'all I stopped drinking soda. So execution, you start drinking more water. Delivery, you build a routine, time habits, maybe even how to encourage others. Pisces, drink your water. Collective, drink your water. But I'm a Pisces, so I'm a fish. We need water. I'm a water sign, so I need water. Cancer, water sign. Scorpio, water sign. Whatever your sign is, do it. Air sign, get outside, talk to nature. Fire sign, you know what I'm saying? Apply it. Follow through. You stay consistent long term. She said, I promise I'm letting up. I'm not letting up. And period. Don't let up on it. So follow through. You stay consistent long term. So I use water because y'all know I'm actively drinking water. Trying to get my system moist. The truth most people miss. A lot of people stop at knowledge and think they're progressing. But real change only happens when you reach execution and follow through. So we got to go through all that, when to apply it, how to apply it, start actually doing it. Then we got to, build a routine, do what we need to do, and then stay consistent in a situation. Everything, nothing new to nobody. Everything that we've been learning as we have been living here on earth. This is our lessons, right? And you can apply this to anything and it's going to work. So a lot of people stop at knowledge and think that they're progressing, but real change only happens when you reach execution and follow through. So knowledge fills your mind, but follow through is what changes your life. And sometimes we stop out of, procrastination, things of that nature. We know what we need to do, but, we just don't follow through. So then there's another thing that also is happening. So prayer and hope, a hope and a wish. If I had one wish, we'll be best friends. Love would never end. It would just begin. So just having some hope in a situation. This moment right here, right now, is not the final version of your life. Even if it feels heavy, slow, confusing, it is still moving. Things are shifting behind the scenes. The lesson is forming clarity. The delay is building strength. The discomfort is pushing you out of what no longer fits. Growth doesn't always feel like progress. Sometimes it feels like everything is falling apart first. It's a tower. Because when you have towers are meant to happen in order for you to see where, things are not sturdy, not stable. And so after the tower happens, you start to rebuild and it's on a steady, sturdy foundation. You didn't come this far just to stay here. God didn't bring you this far to fail you. So this version of you looks like more at peace, more confident, more stable, more aligned. And you are already in the progress of becoming that person, even on the days it don't feel like it. It's okay. Give yourself grace. It's a lot of work being done right here, right now. It's a lot of this version, that version, all these timelines collided at the same time because I told you it's fire. It's the horsemen out here. It's still getting ready to go through the cycle of death, disease, but mind you, that's rebirth. Death is rebirth. When something ends, something else is beginning. It's a purging of the system. So take it how it resonates. So you're already in the progress of becoming that person, even on the days you don't feel like it. So hold on to this. Just because it's not happening right now, all at once, and everybody's sick of this because people wake up on a daily basis saying, like, you mean to tell me we still going through whatever the fuck this is? The inside out, the upside down, the twilight zone. Just because it's not happening right now doesn't mean it's not happening at all. Timing can feel like denial, but a lot of times it's preparation because all these pieces are moving around all at one time. I just told you this burning over here. These people is doing all types of ungodly things. And mind you, I told y'all about the babies and the malpractice, but meanwhile, our toy soldiers do the same exact thing. Because I done heard stories from multiple people saying that our people, toy soldiers, starts with M, they do the same thing. Just go around jabbing people and down the line. I done heard that from some people. Now, with this day and time with safety, you would know better than to be going and sticking people with the same utensils and tools. But meanwhile, apparently they don't even know better. That's weird. So y'all giving people the same exact thing. It has to be intentional. Mind you, I already said, if they're trying to get rid of these toy soldiers to bring in some more toy soldiers that look like them and that will listen at any cost because they have the same mindset and behavior, God get them too. And so with that being said, it's one of those things. They forgot that the horses was loose. So once the horses is loose and you got, pestilence and disease and death and sickness and this, that, and the third, people be thinking that they smarter than God until they all get into the same location. They all come down with the same fucking thing. Do with that information what you will. The scourge or something. What you need to do, take it one step at a time. You don't need to have everything figured out because the lessons and the downloads and uploads is being given when the time is needed. Just be willing and open to hear it or to receive it. Just don't give up on yourself in the middle of becoming. So speaking life over yourself is definitely important, even in the midst of everything that's being given, because you got to think that with all the negativity that's in the world or the things that they're trying to get you to actively look at and see, you have to remember that your body is made up of what? Water. Water can be programmed. You program it for the better. I may not see the full picture yet, but I trust that I am not stuck. I am growing. I am shifting, and I'm something, and that something better is forming in me, even now. So, what happens when you have hope and prayer? What's the difference between hope and prayer? So, hope, the definition is a feeling of expectation and desire for something good to happen. Because we all hope that something good comes out of this. Etymology from Old English, hopa, H-O-P-A, meaning confidence in the future or trust, related to Proto-Germanic roots tied to expectation and positive outlook. In real life, hope is internal. It's what you feel when you believe things can get better, even without proof yet. Prayer. The definition of prayer is a communication directed towards God or a higher power, often expressing request, gratitude, or guidance. Are any of y'all letting y'all prayers get intercepted? Etymology from Latin, precari, P-E-C-A-R-I, meaning to ask, beg, or entreat. Come through Old French, priere, P-R-E-I-E-R-E, request and prayer. In real life, prayer is relational. In real life, prayer is relational and expressive. What relationship do you have tied to your prayers? And who do you have it tied to? What is it connected to? Is it connected to them? Could you be getting your prayers intercepted? Or is it connected to your covenant with God? Do with that information what you will. Prayer is relational and expressive. It's what you do when you speak, ask, or connect spiritually. So the difference is hope is a feeling. Prayer is an action. So hope says, I believe something good can happen. Prayer says, I'm bringing that belief, need, or desire to God. Because God get them. How they connect. Hope exists. Hope can exist without prayer. Prayer can exist without strong hope. But together, hope gives you something to hold on to. Prayer gives you somewhere to place it. So you're going through something hard. Hope things will get better. Prayer, God help me through this and guide me, because you know God can do it. So hope keeps your heart from giving up. Prayer keeps you from carrying everything alone. Hope is what you feel inside. Prayer is what you release outside. So what happens when you don't have a prayer left in you? Because, you know, some people just be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And these people, like, it's a lot to be undone. Like, you got 200,000 years or 400,000 years, depending upon. But then you got 7,000 years or 8,000 years of lies. And y'all know that it's been millions of documents, you know, released and whatnot. So just think about 7,000 to 8,000 years of whatever this was. And then, you know, God having to untangle, untie, rewind, unbind. So there are moments when you're too tired to speak it out loud, too overwhelmed to organize your thoughts, too disappointed to ask again, too numb to even know what to say. How many of y'all have been there? But that's not the absence of prayer. That's the point where the words run out. And I ain't gonna lie, at one point in time, like, I prayed the way I prayed because I didn't want nobody intercepting it. If I say it out loud, they gonna hear it. Because these niggas listening to everything. And I don't want them listening to what I'm saying. Prayer isn't only words. Prayer can be a sign, a tear, silence, even just showing up while feeling empty. Me and them prayers sound like God. My covenant is with God, period. So even just showing up while feeling empty, there's a concept that often describes a prayer without words when the heart groans beyond language. Mind you, again, God even know your thoughts. That's the other part. Like, y'all don't even realize I told y'all I thought something and then it manifested right out here. Sometimes it's just a thought. But it's when a person feels weak and a person feels like, because people will say, why did God allow this? Why are we allowing it? Because God didn't set that. Why did we allow people to come along and claim the ocean? Why did we allow people to come to claim land? Why did we allow people to get in position to be able to even do that? Because God didn't do that. We did that. And sometimes we'd be blaming God for stuff that we done. And then we mad at God. So when you feel like you can't pray anymore, your emotions are maxed out, your mind is trying to protect you by going quiet. It's not disconnection. It could just be overload shutdown. Like, it's a lot happening. It's overwhelming around here. But mind you, just knowing that it could even just be a thought. Like, don't ever feel like you just don't got it for God, because it's like what I said about that person that called me the other day. And they said they feel like they fulfilled their obligation as a parent. What if God think that about us? Like, I create you into existence. Good luck with that. You figure it out. You don't need to be perfect. The words don't have to be perfect, because somebody can say they don't know how to pray, but technically even a thought, it can get into heaven. But if you allowing them to intercept it, you could be allowing them to intercept your prayers every time you pray. And y'all figure that out. Because if you ain't just go to God about it and you let, the intercessors have it, then you did that. Go to God about it. So it don't need to be perfect words. Abby said, ain't no way. So sometimes the most honest prayer is, I can't do this right now. I done said that. Like, God, this too much. Like, I can't. Because I told you I was going through a situation at a time and still even in the midst of, but a person was whipping my ass. Like, on this realm, it was too much happening, and it was a lot. God, it's too much. You said that if, I came to you and I told you, you said you wouldn't give me too much to bear. And right now it's too much to bear. God gave me more strength to be able to bear it because I still had to go through it. It was still a part of the lesson. Mind you, after I went through it, I was like, I think I could have died. Like, literally, actively, I could have. But, help. That's a word. That's a testimony. That's a thought. Or even just sitting in silence and not running away from yourself. Have you ever been so overwhelmed or just so through with a situation that you didn't have tears for it? Like, one time I was trying to cry about something and I just didn't have it. I didn't even have the fucking tears for the shit. Like, literally, I ain't got it. I can't even cry over this shit. Because I might have already been told numerous amounts of times to leave that situation, and I still kept doing it, still kept wanting to be a sucker for a love asshole. And God been telling you to leave, but now I ain't even got the tears for this shit. I done been like that 2 times in life. Second husband, third husband. Yup, when I just called, and God, that's my cry for help. But listen, this the thing, and people don't even realize. I be trying to tell people this, right? If I start crying, that's your ass. People don't realize them tears, libation, that right there is a sign to God, get they ass. Cause at one point in time I didn't have the tears. I ain't no crybaby ass bitch. But if I do become a crybaby ass bitch, all y'all going down. Cause I'm trying to tell you, one time I was sitting in the closet and I ain't had nothing but tears. That was it. That's all I had. And mind you, the phone started actively ringing right then and there. Shit started moving. In the middle of me crying, the insurance people was on the phone saying da 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 after they had just said, bitch, get somebody else to do it. So just so y'all know, sometimes it may be God stopping them tears, because if I start crying, that's your ass. Okay? Especially in something wrong, because I done been crying and nothing be wrong. But if I'm crying and something wrong, yeah, that's your ass. Just know that. Period. Because God get them. You don't lose access just because you lose words. Silence is still communication when it's real. And that's period. Because again, it could just be as simple as a thought. So when people saying they don't know how to pray, do you know how to think? When I don't have words, I am still heard. So just know, don't lose your prayers, because also that be attached to spirits and things of that nature. All right. What does it mean when you don't have faith? Because for some reason it's a thing that's happening right now, and this is the issue. We have to be standing on hope, prayer, and faith, and anything else we can hold on to, because it's a lot of stuff happening around here. Your certainty has been shaken. So not having faith can feel like, I don't believe things will get better. Don't be so negative, because even in the midst of nothing happening, something is still happening. So know that for a fact. Nothing is working, so what's the point? The power of life and death is in the tongue. Remember what you speak over yourself. Even when on the days when you don't feel like stuff is, doing whatever it's doing, what's the silver lining? Like, when stuff is happening like that to me, that's what I start looking for, because that's what I get to hold on to keep a positive mindset. What is the silver lining? Because yeah, this shit is fucked up, but what's the silver lining? What am I supposed to learn here in this moment? That keeps my mind being, regulated to, there's something good that's even happening even in the midst of. And this too shall pass. So sometimes you have to remember things to put in your pocket in order to get you out of the slumps. Because you could actively be sad that you'd have missed this, and this, and then realize that the reason why you missed it is because it was an active shooter over there. The reason why you missed it is because this was happening. The reason why you happened is because the reason why this happened was because that was happening. I done been late or missed something on the highway, and then come to find out it was a 20-car pileup on my section. Like, literally. So sometimes we have to be mindful that in our process, like, we may want to do some things, but God is actively fixing things to where you don't get yourself messed up in the process. So I can't see a reason to trust this process anymore. At its core, it's often less about belief disappearing and more about trust being overwhelmed by pain, disappointment, or uncertainty. And it's okay to be disappointed, just so people know. So people was like, somebody said somebody was sad, they were sad, and somebody was like, no, they aren't sad, they're disappointed, and that's worse. Sometimes we just don't know the definition to something. Like, we may feel something and we give it the wrong title. We have to be mindful of that, because the power of life and death is in the tongue. We speaking over ourselves, and we have to remember to give ourselves grace. We do it for other people all the time, especially when you know you want to cut somebody out, and then you just don't, because you giving them grace. Give yourself grace sometimes. So when faith feels gone, your mind is often trying to protect you from more disappointment, focusing only on what's wrong and struggling to see anything beyond the current moment. It's the survival response, not a final verdict in your life. And that's why I said silver lining. What's the silver lining? What is the silver lining involved in this? What is happening that is creating this? There's something that is actively happening in the system that is creating this. Mind you, even sometimes with people, we may want to be connected to some people that God don't want us connected to. I actively had that, and I had to realize, like, just because I want to be somebody's friend or somebody's best friend don't mean they got good intentions and want to be my best friend. And so God be protecting us from people, places, and things, and then we be trying to make it harder when God been protecting us this whole entire time. And we don't be knowing sometimes. We just be trying to do what we doing, but God is actively watching over us, trying to protect us in a way that, we may not understand at the moment and at that time. So that's the thing. What's the difference between a loss of faith and wavering faith? A loss of faith is I will never believe again. Rare, usually not true. Because sometimes we be being dramatic, okay? Wavering faith, right now, I don't feel sure, very common. So we have to also know the difference in things. Most people are in the second one, even when it feels like the first one, because, oh, woe is me. But great things are also happening for you, even in the midst of. It's the things that are happening and moving behind the scenes that you don't see, that you don't realize, that we don't know, because we ain't God. And we may want something at this moment that God is saying, you don't need that. So faith isn't always a feeling. It's sometimes just continuing when you don't feel sure, taking in the next step without full, transparency or clarity in a situation, not giving up for yourself, even while you're unsure about something, because it's the leap of faith. Remember, I started this off when I said, have you ever done something and your system told you something, and then you didn't follow through, you didn't listen? Because I said you're in the reset, and most people don't make it out at this time, but it's so many things actively happening in the universe right now, and you could not go with your first mind or your first feeling, and then lo and behold, because you may see, whatever timeline is happening or whatever you're looking at may look, bleak to you, or may look amazing to you, or may look whatever, and it may not be moving the way you want it to move, or maybe moving faster than you want it to move, because for some reason time is definitely like moving fast. But either way, we're gonna deal with it the way we deal with it. So even doubt still shows that you care. Oh, hold on. So faith isn't always a feeling. It's sometimes just continuing when you don't feel sure, taking the next steps without full clarity, not giving up on yourself, even when you're unsure about everything else. She said it really is going fast. Yes. Even doubt still shows you care. Indifference usually is real absence of a situation. So feeling like you don't have faith doesn't mean that you're broken, that you're failing spiritually or personally, or things are over for you. It just means that you could potentially be at a low point and not a final point. Because remember, we talked about timelines and things happening. You may have been up here, or you may have been down here, and you're on a rise, and them roller coasters, those frequencies that we go through life. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. It's the wheel of fortune. So sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, depending upon where you are, whatever life lesson we're supposed to learn in the process. So even when it feels like nothing is working, even when you feel empty, unsure, or disconnected, even when you don't have words, the faith or energy, you are still in motion. Told you, it's like on a treadmill. It may feel like you're running in space, running in place, but if you look on a treadmill, it'll say, oh, you done went 5 miles. And you'd be like, well, it didn't feel like that, or it felt like that, but you still running in place. But you're actually moving. Same scenario. So here's what life is really teaching you. Knowledge alone isn't enough. You have to live it. Understanding only matters if it changes how you move. Wisdom shows up in your choices, not your thoughts. Execution is where life actually changes. Delivery is how your life shows up in the world. Follow through is what separates cycles from breakthroughs. Hope keeps you open. Prayer keeps you connected. Faith keeps you moving when you can't see. Even silence still counts when the words are gone. Thoughts matter. Um, you're not being punished. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're being shaped by what you survived, and you're releasing and what you're learning to stop repeating, because it's a cycle. Are you going to trust yourself? They talking about a reset. They want to reset it for their favor, but technically, are you going to let them? Um, you don't need perfect timing. You need divine timing. You don't need clarity, perfect clarity. You don't even need to feel strong all the time. You just need to stop abandoning yourself, because we talked about that from the beginning, and full circle. Stop abandoning yourself in the process, because the moment you start choosing yourself honestly, consistently and fully, your entire life begins to shift, because you're not abandoning yourself right now for everybody else's needs and wants. Everything you're going through is either teaching you, redirecting you, or preparing you. But nothing is wasted unless you stop growing from it. So know that as long as you keep growing, as long as you keep moving, as long as you keep progressing, it's growing. And that's the message. So hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. I know it was long. It's 11:51. And I pray that I delivered the message properly and that I went over everything I think I did. Again, love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. If you wish to donate towards my channel, like, comment, and share will be suffice, because I'm trying to get into the creator program and over here all the rewards programs, just so y'all know. And if you wish to donate towards my channel, super stickers, super chats, stars, all are welcome. Also, you can click the link in the bio. Always go with God. She said, superb session. Thank you. So I did a due diligence. I'll be trying, because lately these messages has been long. But mind you, because we be talking about everything else before we even get to the part where it's the part. So, I don't mean to be keeping y'all that long, because I'll be noticing that these things be hitting numbers, and then they be like, people be like, oh, she talking entirely too long. But I don't even know how it be going like that, because sometimes it don't even seem like it be that long. Because from 8:15 to 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's 4 hours. It don't even be seeming that long. I think because it's just be like, because we be having a good time and everything else. So I don't know. But I don't be mean to be long-winded with y'all. I just be trying to give y'all the tea. And I wish I had the videos, but maybe that might have been also the reason, because the videos would have made it a whole hell of a lot longer. Because I had a whole lot of videos, and I don't know why they missing. Like, that's the strangest thing. Because I literally, yesterday was actively making sure that I had stuff to be here today. And so we ain't got it. But I know, right, Abby? I'm trying to tell you. So that might be the thing why everything is like, it don't seem like it's that long. Because I noticed, like, the past week or two, all these messages has been long as I don't know what. But, you know. And I'm still gonna go look up what a pale horse looked like. So that's gonna be the other thing that I'm missing, because it's funny how I done seen everything. Mind you, one of also the prophecies was about a black lion that showed up, and it did. So again, a lot of things that are in that original history and Bible are actually coming to fruition right now. She said, but I told you they've been hitting different. Well, I told you a lot of this been like in the midst of me, it's been sleep, like programming into sleep. So, and I don't know why, like I said, I do want to know. Matter of fact, let me look this up while we here. Lady Liberty. Where is Lady Liberty being stored? And I don't know about chat, because chat be lying sometimes. Lady Liberty being stored. Or what happened to it? What happened to her? Let's see if they got something. Nothing happened. No, I don't mean the Statue of Liberty. See, this is the shit they be doing. No, I don't mean... Because they know what the fuck I mean. The black one. Oh, yeah, they definitely trying to play. They trying to say there's not. See, that's what I'm saying. All these lessons are already on, like, all these are on my YT already. All right, let's go to Google. Because chat trying to say it don't exist. It's just a fucking lie. They gonna pull one of them things. Oh, as soon as they pull up. Oh, you meant da-da-da. Okay, I wrote it and then it disappeared. Okay, so something. Okay, it went there. Yeah, chat be fucking lying. Then as soon as I give it to somebody else. I don't know what this shit say. It said she was detained outside of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles. Y'all, what the hell is this? I am cracking up. All right, let's go to Google. That is funny. Why she had to go to jail? See, this is why I hate the fact that they're doing what they're doing. And mind you, it'd be right in our face. Mind you, I got videos on YouTube that talk about this, like with the pictures and everything. So I don't even know why they trying it. She said, wow, the change you saw in your dream, though. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. They tied up whatever it was, they tied it up and with some chains and they sank it to the bottom of the ocean. But the thing is, the fact that the matter, and this was what I was thinking even in my dream, because the container didn't have a bottom. But mind you, with all the stuff that was around it, that would be the thing, the distraction. Like they were trying to get rid of a bunch of trash, but there was something in it. All right, they're saying that there's a Lady Liberty and Liberty State Park in New Jersey Center. It's a 9-foot little sister replica. No, and no. See, they trying it in all the worst ways, because no, no, and no. Makes sense, because that bottom missing would have been a hole to help it sink. Yeah. Mm-mm. Nope. And mind you, this even happened in a dream. Like, when I got this, Lady Liberty happened in a dream. And then I went and looked it up, and it was real. She right here. No, that ain't. Is that her? No, that's not her either. That's not her. Let's see. See, I hate that they're doing this right in our fucking face. And it's like, nobody's paying attention. Nobody's seeing it. Nobody's going to care. Because they just letting them scrub this shit like it ain't nothing. Only pictures they got here is this manly looking ass bitch. Now I gotta go find the video. Now I gotta ask God to give me back the video, because this don't make no sense. All they got is the Statue of Liberty over here looking crazy. Hold up. What's this? Lady Liberty. What is this shit? No, they still got this version. I don't know what they done, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. It kind of resembles this though. The original Statue of Liberty was a black lady, and I think they're using this one, but this ain't the one that I've seen. The original Statue of Liberty was a black lady. July. Let's see what this said. This ain't. I don't think this is the right one either, because the one I seen, hair, it was wrapped. Yeah, this is definitely the one I seen. I think this is an island statue. God will art. The original Statue of Liberty was a black lady. Oh yeah, I can't play that. Let's see, get rid of that because it's gonna get a copyright. Well, they're showing one on here, and they're showing this other one, but that's not the one that I seen. This one's holding a lantern too. She got something on her head. If you look it up, it says she's definitely holding a lantern, but that's not what was here. Let me see. Like I said, sometimes it's just asking the right question. And then it'll show up something, because literally we done seen it before. They keep showing up this same one though, so even if I type that in, now I gotta go down a rabbit hole to find it again. Yep, they keep showing the same one, but I think this is at an island somewhere. And this is one of the other things. They always be trying to confuse confuse the system. Because although she's black, but that's not the same one that I saw. Many Guyanese and Africans say their grandparents used to share stories about a statue of a black woman said to be the first Statue of Liberty built This is on Instagram on somebody's page though, but I'm gonna go look it up again and follow it. But anyway, like I said, I got a whole video of it, so ain't nobody gonna tell me that I ain't seen it and that it wasn't real because I got a whole fucking video. So I'm trying to figure out how they be trying to scrub the internet when the internet be forever. Oh, Lady of Liberty. Hold on. It says this one is a different. It looked like a different statue because this is not the one I remember seeing though. Anyway, but it says Lady of Liberty of Freedom Point. This one's 1848, and let me see if I can. All right, 1848. This is something that they still gave. It says the first Statue of Liberty was a black woman called Lady Liberty in 1848, rejected by the U.S. She is from Gold Coast. That's what it says. But that's not the one I seen was wrapped different. So apparently this one is somewhere. But anyway, it would make sense because who the fuck do they think they are? Anyway, I told you I didn't even have dreams about the one that's in New York. And that was the major thing. It got to come down because it don't belong here. So that even when French was asking for it back, but who sent that? You see what I'm saying? More water rituals by who? France. So they keep being a thing. Why are y'all sending shit over here? And then they said, it's history, things where they was telling that they was doing stuff in the bottom, like there was ways for it to open and this, that, and the third. Anyway, long story short, get her up out of here too, please and thank you, because it's not a sign for us, meaning my kind, my color. So anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here and go with God always. And thank you.